Corn Queens and Gentle Xenos. Coming to you live from Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. This is the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And here is your host, Mr. Ping.
Hello, and my mic's not on. Hello. Oh.
Hello and welcome to this, the #1 Xenos shit show on the internet. I am your host, Mr. Pink, otherwise known as Modern Synthesist, and I am joined this evening by my erstwhile companion, Flynnhammer. Want to say hello, Flynnhammer?
Hello.
And special guest on this stream. Usually you catch him on the Work in Progress Wednesday stream, but Kajan. Hi, Kajan. Want to say hello?
Hi, everyone.
Hello. And Kajan, thank you for being our German quorum for this stream. As folks know, we always need to have at least one German, and Hydra, unfortunately, is not able to join us this evening because of holiday ribaldry. So, we're really happy to have you here, Kajan. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Great. And yes, as you see on the screen, Xenos Year in Review. We're going to be doing the thing we usually do at the end of the year, which is we go through the Xenos releases for the year, and look at the cool monsters and stuff that came out, mostly so that I can remember which ones came out, because Flynnhammer was a dear and compiled all these for us, and I was looking at his spreadsheet, and I was like, wait, what? That came out this year? Holy cow. So yeah, thanks, Flynnhammer.
What makes it easier, I do it throughout the whole year, just to prepare for this one stream.
Sweet. Well, I'm glad you do it throughout the year, because I used to do it like in a notebook, and I tried to do it with like all of Games Workshop's releases, and it was a little, because I was used to like do a thing with between the Bolter and me where we'd go over what was released in a year, and then it felt a little mind-numbing. So I'm glad that you did the mind-numbing work.
Yeah.
Also, welcome to Sylvia Moshik. That intro was fire. Sylvia, I'm glad you like the intro, because some of our very talented friends, being Bits of Box and Symbio Joe and Red Wet Skeleton for the audio, for the music, they all collaborated to make that thing happen for me, and I feel like no one ever comments on it. I'm like, do people not know that we have a cool intro? Like, we got a cool intro. So thank you for commenting on that. That means a lot to me. Radon, thank you for joining as well. I know this is not great time in North America. It's pretty early. So we're hoping some other folks jump on soon. Probably easier for people in Europe, but I have a commitment later this evening, so I was hoping to do this earlier so that we could make sure we take care of it and it doesn't get missed. So, Flynnhammer, you been getting up to any hobby stuff lately?
I have managed, because I did say on the last stream that my Dogs of War army will be finished regardless for it, and it is. I now have at least one of every single Dogs of War unit.
Yeah.
Some of them are very large.
Yeah.
I will be having an army photo at the beginning of next year once I set it all up, because I've even done the bases ready for it as well.
Cool.
That's all been sorted.
Wait, but this is like also bases and assembled, not painted, right?
Not painted, because I've only just been able to manage to get the last of it.
Yeah.
And because Dogs of War, if anyone knows, they're all out of production models. Very hard to get because they were like direct order only, most of them, after a while, and then obviously stuff just stops being able to be bought, and it's just like it's a really cool army. There's a lot of flair to it, but it's just getting them is really expensive to do. Yeah. And I just bit the bullet and was like, okay, I've always wanted to do this stupidly big size unit of pikemen, and I have now done that. So if I ever want to use it, but if I ever get playing a game, I would use them as the Empire, unless for some reason Games Workshop decides to go, you know what, we're going to do Dogs of War again for the old world, and then I will add to the Dogs of War army.
Hey, if they can use it as a license to print money, they're going to do it.
Oh yeah, they probably should.
Cool. All right. So your hobby work has been preparing those guys.
Oh mostly? Yeah.
Sweet. Kajan, have you gotten up to any hobby excitement this week?
Yeah, I'm still working on my malefactor,
Yeah.
which wasn't getting done in November. So I'm still working on that, mostly on the torso and doing all the custom chimneys and stuff like that.
Cool. I'm still excited to see it because I love me a malefactor, and I think it's so cool that you're making one. So I am waiting with bated breath for the completion of this project.
Yeah, me too. I hope it's coming together.
Hope so.
Yeah, I'm right at the moment at that point where nothing quite fits in a project when you're like, oh, this doesn't work, this doesn't come together, and then you put some more hours into it, and then suddenly, oh yeah, okay, no, it's great.
I have found that my tip is if you like, because I always, as you see here, I convert things in a bunch of pieces, and then the part where it really starts to like pick up steam for me is when I assemble them.
Yeah, that's also what I've been doing. Like doing the pieces individually, they look great, but then you put them together, and sometimes it doesn't work. Like for example, for my malefactor, I had a complete different idea for back legs, which were supposed to be split in two, like having two set of legs that are slightly split apart but grown together. That was my original idea, and when I put it together, I saw that the legs were way too large for the model, and so I had to discard the idea and start over on the legs.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you had to start over, but hopefully it goes more smoothly.
I mean, it's part of the fun.
Good. I have made little to no hobby progress. I don't really have a good reason for it. So I'm glad that we're streaming, so that it kicks my butt to do hobby. I feel like the only like hobby stuff I've been doing this week is I had this random encounter with someone at my office where we were talking about something completely unrelated, and I don't know how I got on it, but I said like, oh, you know, like I'm going to Milwaukee for this dorky purpose in March. I think we were talking about like traveling or something. And he's like, oh, you know, I do some dork stuff. Like, what's your dorky thing that you're doing? I'm like, well, you know, I'm into this hobby called Warhammer, and I'm going to be teaching people how to sculpt miniatures at this conference. He's like, oh, I know Warhammer. I play Total War. I'm like, oh, cool. So he was like telling me about playing Total War, and I was of course not shocked because I feel like a lot of people have gotten into the hobby through Total War, the PC game. I'm assuming it's on consoles too. I don't really know. And yeah, he was like, yeah, you know, I was like, I'm into Total War, but he's like, you know, I'm kind of like curious about painting the miniatures, but I don't know, it seems kind of overwhelming. Like, I don't know if I would have the patience to do it. So I told him, I'm like, hey, if there's like a miniature that you like, you go and buy it, and like we'll paint it together. I'll bring in my paints, I can prime it for you, we can figure it out. So that hasn't happened yet, but that might happen. So that was fun.
Introducing the next generation of Warhammer enthusiasts.
Yeah, it was funny. I was talking to him, and then there's like, I don't know, Flynn, I feel like you've talked about this, or like they're a British company or something. There's something, it's something Eagle or something Hawk, and they have like collectible, like they'll do like Star Trek starships, and they're like pre-painted. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever heard of this?
No.
A British company. It's something War Eagle or War Hawk or something. I only know about it because they did some pre-painted Expanse ships, because I'm into the Expanse. And so he's like, oh yeah, it would be really cool if Warhammer figures came like pre-painted. He's like, because you know I got these like spaceships from this collectible. It's kind of like you could sign up for a subscription and they would send you like a ship every month or something. And it was like they're all Star Trek ships, I think. And I'm like, oh, how many ships do you have? He's like, oh, I got about 300, and I've got all kinds of display cases set up for them. I'm like, okay, wow, you're just ready for Warhammer. Like you've got the Warhammer genes, whether you're doing Warhammer or not. If you've got like cases filled with 300 miniature ships. He was saying his husband has already been like, don't you think you have enough of these ships? I'm like, okay, you're totally primed to collect miniatures because you're already doing it.
I just found a website that is called Hawks Miniatures, but I can't tell you if that's the one you want because all they have on the store is a big letters which say, "We are sorry, but at present the store is closed. We're reopening very shortly, very soon."
I hope that's not the one we're talking about, but maybe it is. I don't know. Based in the UK?
Yeah, it's hawksminiatures.co.uk.
Knows.
And I can't even see any minute. I see that they're selling busts and figures of Napoleonic War period and American Independence War and stuff like that.
That doesn't sound like what I'm thinking of, but who knows? Anyway, yeah. So that was my weird hobby interaction this week. And other than that, I swung by my friendly local gaming store, and picked up some stuff. And yeah, it was not terribly exciting. But yeah, also like making preparations for like the holiday period. We had some friends over. Yeah. So not terribly exciting in terms of like hobby progress, but you know, I'm hoping to fix that on the stream.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're both here with me this evening.
As I said, my pleasure.
All right. Yeah. So anything going on in the chat?
Dom Does Minis has arrived.
Hey Dom, welcome. Didn't Dom win like November?
November? Yes.
Good work, Dom. Good work. That awesome winged blah, 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 Hive Tyrant inspired by Tyrant Guard, also with winged Tyrant Guard friends accompanying it. And if you missed that, you should click back to our last stream where we went over all the Creature Conference stuff, although we may have just spoiled the final results for you, but oh well.
It's still worth seeing.
Yep. I feel like I don't think we got to talk about that secret level thing by Amazon. I think that came out since we last talked.
Yeah.
So, have you been living under a rock? What? Go ahead, Kajan. What's that?
Both parts. Yeah, a second part dropped this week.
There's a second part to the Warhammer one?
Yeah, there are another 7 episodes or something like that.
No, that's Flynn?
For secret level, yeah. It's
more episodes of drops.
Yeah.
But no extra Warhammer episodes or anything else. It's other games as well.
Oh, it's other games. So they added more different. Because like, yeah, if you've been living under a rock, Secret Weapon is it's basically Love, Death, and Robots, or like
Secret Level.
Sorry, thank you, Flynn. Secret Level, as Flynnhammer said, is a Amazon property sort of. It's based on the IP from a bunch of different video games, kind of like Love, Death, and Robots that's Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Where each one is done by like isn't in a different style with like a different narrative sort of thing. And one of them is Warhammer 40k. And of course, if they're going to do a one-off episode about Warhammer 40k, who do you think it's about?
Space Marines!
Space Marines! And of course, it's got Titus in it because apparently, every time I see Titus, I can't help thinking about how, like, because me and Nora play the Tacticus game, the mobile game for Warhammer. I'm addicted to it. She's probably a little bit addicted. But when she first saw Titus, she's like, who is this guy? And what did she say? I don't know if she named. She's like, Titus, this guy looks like he works in accounting. Like, just like his like goofy haircut or whatever. So every time I see Titus, I think of Titus from accounting. Was that?
He's an Ultramarine. They all work in accounting. Yeah,
so Titus from accounting is in the secret level video. It's actually pretty good. It's like Space Marines doing like uber power fantasy stuff, wrestling some chaos cultists, and it was well done. I think it was well done. I think Space Marines are boring, but I found it exciting and interesting. What What do you guys think?
Apparently, it had the guy who did the Astartes YouTube stuff as in part of the team.
He's in the credits. I don't know how much control he had over the whole thing because someone dug up his like CV on LinkedIn and it said that he was a layout artist. And I spoke to one of my friends who does animation and asked what a layout artist does, and they said that they like are responsible for the background and for like camera movements or like the physical action of moving the camera. So I don't know.
Yeah, but he also did Astartes. So
what?
But he also did Astartes.
Yeah, he did Astartes, which was huge. But no, this was like a credit that someone found for him working at, I think it's called Blur Studios is the name of the studio who made the new short for Secret Level. So his role at Blur Studios was listed as layout artist, but that was back in like 2021 or 2022. I can't remember. So I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah. It's also, it just felt very much like the Astartes YouTube series.
Yeah, that's a very unpopular opinion. As I found out, I've catched friends and people I've been talking to didn't like the fact that I bemoaned that it was very Astartes, like the script. Basically, the same stuff happens. You start off with the Astartes landing, going through a bunch of cultists, and finally fighting a Psyker in slow-mo and defeating it.
Yeah, but you gotta realize, Kajan, that what happened was that this guy was putting out Astartes on his own, completely on his own. I think his name's Sioma or something. And then he was just releasing it on YouTube. Meanwhile, Games Workshop is releasing the preview for like Angels of Death. And I remember clearly there was one day when the preview for Angels of Death and an episode of Astartes came out on the same day. And just like looking at one and looking at the other and being like, this shitty thing over here is the official property from the people who own the IP. And this amazing thing over here is from the dude who just did it in his basement. So yeah. I think that they very much bought it from him, bought the rights to whatever work he'd done. And in doing that, I think they were within their right to just photocopy exactly what he did. They're like, this works. Let's put this on Amazon. So I'm not shocked that it wasn't trying to.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree with you that I'm not shocked they did that, but my criticism of it is that I was disappointed by the fact that they did it.
Well, whatever.
I was hoping. I mean, I played Space Marine 2, so I'm coming into this having seen cutscenes where Titus is fighting a Carnifex, for example.
Yeah.
And when I see
audience,
that,
right?
they could have done something unique, something we haven't seen yet, and instead they basically did something we kind of have already seen. But there were cool scenes, like as someone rightfully pointed out, that when Titus is walking through the Jeep in slow motion, that was a cool shot. Physically impossible, but a cool shot.
Yeah, so the situation here is that you're not the audience. I'm not the audience. Yeah. The audience for this is random people on Amazon Plus or Amazon Prime or whatever the heck they're calling it, who have never interacted with Warhammer before. They don't give a shit what us, like, no, this is not in the lore, people think, because we're not the audience. They want to get new people involved, new people interested. So they're going to do whatever looks cool. They're going to recycle shit. They're going to show the same thing again. They're going to introduce a whole new audience who's never seen Warhammer before to the idea of Space Marines being ultra chads.
Yeah, and that basically coincided with Cavill announcing that they are going forward with if they finished the Eisenhorn or whatever series he's working on.
Well, they haven't finished it at all.
The negotiation.
The negotiations are continuing. It's still happening. They've moved from let's talk about legal mumbo jumbo into the earliest stages of pre-production hell. And
that's right, scripts.
Yeah, if you followed film or TV or anything, you know that pre-production hell can go on forever. So this is not happening anytime in the next 2 years.
Well, it wasn't meant to. I mean, he had announced that he would be doing a hiatus, probably because around summer he posted a thing about him getting a child. So it makes kind of sense that he put it on hiatus since he is producer of that show.
Yeah.
And which ironically was around the same time everybody was freaking out about the female Castoris, and everybody was making up all those stories about how Amazon is pushing all those narratives and whatnot.
Okay, we don't need to talk about that at all. Like that's some bullshit that someone's pulling out of their butthole.
Yeah.
We don't need to give it any air. So I don't care. Female custodians are awesome. And
Yeah,
people
I agree.
people get a lot of clicks off of making videos saying that Henry Cavill has walked away from the Amazon deal. So it's cool that he posted to say that no, he did not walk away from the Amazon deal. It's still happening. Hopefully it like results in something good, or at least it'll result in Warhammer people being able to be like, hey, I do Warhammer, and people being like, what is that? And you can be like, it's the thing Henry Cavill does. And they'll be like, okay, I know that.
Oh, I've actually been to that Warhammer shop he did his Instagram post at.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's in Isle of Jersey. It's the only place on Jersey where you could buy Warhammer
How
a
did
couple
you
of years
wind up
ago.
there?
I don't think they even sell it. Yeah.
How did you wind up there?
So we used to be like a family holiday. Would go to Jersey. I think we went there 3-4 years in a row.
Yeah.
To Jersey for holiday. Like one year we did the whole ferry across from England, so it's about 6 hours on a ferry because it's a very slow ferry.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just a tiny. It's a tiny shop.
Nice.
But no, it's, but in regards to the action, I didn't even realize there was the plot was basically the same as the starting series. I was talking more like the way that the Space Marines were moving comparatively to everybody else did feel very much He's like the nonchalant, just walking through the arms fire, the bikes just running over. It just felt.
Big and
It just felt like
beefy.
yeah. It's like it did show that these Space Marines are able to beat through these things. Like, I know with the game when you're seeing it, it's like you're playing. Oh, they've got to make the Tyranids harder to fight against the Marines.
Yeah.
But it was just like when they came up against normal humans, it was just a whole whack with the arm. And they just fly 50 feet. It did showcase
power
how
fantasy.
cool it was.
Peak of power fantasy. I liked how they were dragging their little dog behind them, their little psyker dog in the little box.
That was funny. It's like, yeah, you take this. It's your responsibility. The sergeant telling the lieutenant, "You take this."
I actually was super surprised when the thing opened and the Psyker crawled out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
so I'd say it's worth watching.
I expected.
What's that?
That was the last thing I expected.
Yeah, there you go, Kajan. You're complaining how they didn't do anything new. They put a little psyker doggy in a box.
Yeah, but why didn't they use a librarian?
Yeah, it was cool. If you haven't seen it, it's probably worth watching. If you don't have Amazon, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. We did not have Amazon, but then Nora like got it temporarily just to get some like Christmas. Oh, actually, to get cat stuff. Do I have a cat? Did I tell you I have a cat?
You have a cat now?
I have a cat. More accurately,
Jonesy,
Nora has a cat,
believe.
but I guess it's my responsibility as well.
And the name of the cat?
We tried to name the cat Jonesy, but apparently we're sticking with the cat's original name, which is Sasha, not Jonesy. Which is too bad, because Jonesy would go really well with Ripley, but oh well. So yeah, the cat and the dog are becoming friends now.
And technically, you don't have a cat. The cat has you.
Yeah, this is why I don't like cats. I'm a dog person. So Ripley, our dog, is still trying to figure out the cat. Still reacting very like explosively to it. Like he'll forget it's there, and then it walks by, and he's like, "Holy shit!" But yeah, he hasn't attacked it. He hasn't barked at it. So I think those are victories.
Oh, you can't use your little abbreviation now for yourselves.
Can't use what?
Remember, it was like it stinks for dual income, no kids.
Oh, it was
the other one for little dog. What is it now with little dog and a cat?
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Dildo? No idea.
That's what the little dog.
Oh, little dog. Okay, good. Nice. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. So yeah, I've had other stuff going on that isn't like Warhammer. Oh, but like on the topic of like the Amazon thing, apparently Games Workshop is about to join the like London Stock Exchange FTSE. I can't remember if it's the top 100 or top 50.
So they've joined the FTSE 100.
100.
They were
so
part of the
which means
250.
they're one of the 100 largest traded companies in the UK, right?
Yeah,
Like
they're one of the largest. Yeah.
apparently they're more popular than like Burberry and like clothing brands and shit. So that's a bit shocking. We've apparently been giving them enough money. And I thought it was hilarious. Like Valrak did a video about this, and then in the comments, one of the guys is like, "Oh yeah, but if Games Workshop wants to grow bigger and they want tabletop to grow mainstream, they definitely have to drop their prices." I'm like, ha! What world are you living in, buddy? Like that's never gonna happen. Not in a million years. They're just gonna keep selling IP rights for video games and T-shirts and toys and everything else under the sun. And the miniatures are just going to keep getting more expensive because we are chumps.
If you look at it, Games Workshop is now 2 different companies.
Oh, yeah?
You have the miniatures company and you have the IP company.
Really? I didn't know that.
Because you think about it, how much are they licensing out? They've got.
Are you saying like? Wait, are you making like an allegory or something, or are you saying that this actually happened? Like
this is been, like, no, because this is even from like if you've watched Jugs, they've even talked about it.
I don't watch Jugs.
It used to be like the Jugs with Peachy, Suggs.
Yeah, I don't watch
Louise
Jugs anymore.
I
just got so tired of like I don't know. I got tired of the vibe. But
I still enjoy it.
Good.
But it's just like they've actually said, like with who they still know there and everything else, and also with what it was before they left, it was growing a team just for the IP side of it, where it used to be small. But you've got the clothing going out, you've got display for posters, you've got this the whole Amazon deal itself, you've got the computer games company side of it. So you've got quite a big arm to them licensing out their own IP. Even with the plushies and everything, to license that out, and with McFarlane and Joy Toy, with all of those, the IP is like its own separate business now to it.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to continue to grow.
They get the IP, that side of it will bring people in.
What's that?
That the IP side will bring people into this. Oh, I want to find more out about what Warhammer is.
Yeah.
They go into Black Library, read the books, or they go straight into the miniatures.
Yeah.
And they've got people hooked in.
Anyway, so yeah, all of our money for Plastic Crack has been well spent, apparently, on Games Workshop becoming huge.
The one thing I've seen is did you watch the episode right after the Warhammer episode?
What? What? Oh, is that the Pac-Man one?
The Pac-Man one. No, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, you got to watch the Pac-Man one. I've literally only watched 2 episodes. Warhammer and Pac-Man. Pac-Man is not Pac-Man, and it's cool. It's based on an. I think I was talking to Kajan about this.
Don't say anything else. Don't say anything else.
Yeah.
Watch it, because I saw everyone in our chat going, "Oh yeah, the Pac-Man one brilliant. The Pac-Man is one brilliant," and I was like, I haven't watched it yet, and I went deliberately to watch it so I wouldn't be spoiled on it. And it is one that you definitely, if you haven't seen it, watch it. And like New Year, we might talk about it because it will give people plenty of time to have watched it. But I don't want to say it now, just in case someone's like, "Oh, I'm watching 1 episode a day, etc.," and they haven't had enough time to get to it.
Cool.
It's
yeah,
a good
we won't
episode,
spoil
though.
it, but it's worth it. I would say it's worth it.
It's the strongest one out of all of them. It goes, I think.
Oh, really? You've watched the others?
I've watched the other.
You're breaking up.
I wasn't.
Try again?
Enthralled by the second part of the ones that have only just came out this week.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that last episode I didn't enjoy at all. It just felt tacked on and a very much of a grab.
The one with everything and the courier girl one.
Yeah, that one.
That's it was more like an advertisement for Sony games.
Yeah.
Hydra was in there, and a whole bunch of other IPs And the
So I
message of that episode was basically imagination.
Yeah,
That sounds
but it's
not
also
as fun.
yeah,
No,
it wasn't.
it wasn't. You just watch a bike carrier in a high-tech society gets a package of a creature that enables her to make her imagination real, and society wants to hold her down, and society is represented by an AI robot that's following her around and gamifying everything for her. And yeah,
Yeah, for some reason you had Shadow of Colossus in there, which was a Sony exclusive, which
yeah.
got a remaster recently, but hadn't been anything for years. And it just felt like, why have you put that into it?
I mean, the Pac-Man episode you're talking about is also for the new game they announced in the Games Awards. Is called Shadow Labyrinth. And so it wasn't Pac-Man, but it was just announcing a new IP.
It's still good though. You should definitely watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great. I mean, I absolutely agree. It's a great short movie. And the irony is, Sony also paid to have Concord in there, and I don't know how many people followed that, but Concord was the biggest failure ever in gaming history so far. And
Second
it lived
biggest
about
failure.
2 weeks or something like that. And the irony was, I saw that short video in Secret Level, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cool word."
Kajan, second biggest failure now.
Second biggest? Okay, what did supplant it?
What supplanted it was the Lego Horizon game.
Horizon? Okay, yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn
The
or
game
whatever it's
nobody asked for.
Yeah, game no one asked for, and also wasn't done by TT Games, who do all of the other Lego games for like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, I remember the Batman
Wait, is
ones,
this
all of
Horizon
those.
Zero Dawn?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did a Lego version of it, which is
Weird.
basically the same missions repeated, and people have just gone, "What
Yeah,
the heck is this game?" There was no advertisement for it, and you've tried to market it as a AAA game, and it's not. It has just completely bankrupted.
I like Horizon Zero Dawn for its creature design, because those robot dinosaurs are great. I didn't really like the game itself, unfortunately, but the creature design is great. And then they remastered it just recently and pushed out this Lego game nobody asked for.
Yeah.
I played the second Horizon Zero Dawn on my buddy's PS5, but I didn't get very far into it. It was enjoyable, but I wasn't like super sucked in or anything. We should probably move on to like our topic for what we're supposed to be talking about, since we've been at this for half an hour. But I'm glad we caught up.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Chad also doesn't seem to have feelings about the Secret Level episode. I asked him a little while ago.
Apparently there are 8 concurrent viewers, though we've only seen 3 people comment. Sylvia,
One of them is
Don,
me.
and Dom. So thank you. Oh, and that probably includes us. I don't know if it includes me.
Yeah,
but
that includes us
Kajan
at least.
and Flynn if you're in there. So anyway, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing this Xenos year in review. Flynnhammer did a really good job pulling it all together. So let's get into it. First up, so we're going to go through it chronologically, because that's how Flynn's pulled it together, and I think that's a very sensible way to review the Xenos releases for this year. And you might be as surprised as I am going through this, because I forgot a lot of this. So here we go. First up, we have the Battle for McCraig. I forgot they did this. They made a made-to-order set of the what was it, the 4th edition starter set?
4th edition starter set.
Yeah,
Missing a spring.
Warhammer 40k. So this is like circa 2003, 2004. And this was when they re-released the plastic gene sealers for the first time since Space Hulk.
And the 2004 it was.
And it's just so weird that they released the new Termagants and the new gene sealers in like September. And they're like, now that we've replaced these old models, why don't you get this kit? Cool thing, it had the brood nest things that used to be on the gene sealer sprue. It had the plastic spore mines. It had that cool dude who's supposed to fly the Aquila, and it had the Aquila, which Aquila? I don't know. Aquila?
Aquila.
Lander.
The wrecked Aquila, which is like a cool piece of terrain that people really love. So this was neat, although they didn't include the cool the heck was that thing called? Hive Node?
The Hive Node, yeah.
Anyway, I banged this drum before. I got real mad. Not real mad. I got a little bit mad that they were releasing this and they weren't releasing that really cool bit. Because it was a really awesome piece of terrain for Tyranids. But rumor has it that there is new Tyranid terrain in the pipeline sometime soon from our Lord and Savior Valrax, so we can look forward to that. Don't know what it is, don't know when it's going to be, but hopefully that happens, and hopefully it's a herald for more non-Imperial terrain in general in 40k, because I would love to see more Eldar terrain. Orc terrain I'm not really into, but it'd be cool to see maybe more Necron terrain.
Yeah, when you say about new Tyranid terrain, all I'm thinking of, it's most likely going to come in a kill team, because typically that's how they've been introducing new sort of terrain.
Yeah,
is via kill teams.
Yeah.
So
I mean, fine with that means we're getting the Tyranids kill team again.
Well, I hope so, because like, man, I could bang that drum too. That they killed the Tyranid kill teams for the new edition of Kill Team. That cool like blended warrior Termagant or Gaunt Gene Sealer kill team that I loved, that got me to actually paint miniatures and play a game. Yeah, it's gone. So they need to bring it back. You're right, Kajan. They need to have a Tyranid kill team soon, and maybe that's a good opportunity for a Tyranid.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on record that I want to see more Tyranids terrain, because it's the one aspect of Tyranids that I can't wrap my head around. I mean, aside from the obvious Spire, what does Tyranid terrain look like? I mean, we have the object markers we're seeing on screen right now, and we have the spires, and that's all we have. But what does other Tyranid terrain look like? Because we know that when Tyranid invade a planet, they invade the local ecosystem and drive it into overdrive. But tyrannifying the environment, putting it into overdrive, permanently changing the genetic structure of the biosphere of that planet, regardless of them beating back the invasion force or not. So that should be source for many cool terrain ideas, and I have no idea how I should be picturing that.
Cool. Flynnhammer, did you have any thoughts about this? I see in the chat, Dom Does Minis was saying that you wanted the Hive Node from this and the Crash Lander, not enough to buy this box. He doesn't need any more old Termagant's Gene Sealers. I've got hundreds. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. The bit I enjoy about
Flynn,
the box.
do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, so the box, when it came out, was 90 quid. And it was a made to order, so you would have to wait maybe up to 4 months to get it, depending on how quickly you did your order. But I know on eBay at the time, as soon as this was announced, the price of Aquila Landers, because it was a really hard kit to get as a terrain piece, massively dropped.
Yeah,
it's now sort of gone back up to where it was before. But I remember in that interim period of people getting the kit and everything else, it just was like, okay, so we're not really going to charge you. So some of these ones are good when they come out, just because it helps the secondhand market to drop, and I was able to pick up another one from the secondhand market for much cheaper.
Oh, you didn't have to actually buy the box from Games Workshop. You just waited for them to drop, and then you bought just the Aquila.
No, I still bought a box because I was wanting to get another Aquila because I wanted one for myself, because my brother originally got this box. He had the Crashed Aquila as a separate bit, but I picked up a set of Crashed Aquilas. Yeah. So I turned a set of them into the combined Crashed Aquila, and I've got some other ones just to use for other pieces, or if I want to put a terrain board or something else, I've got those pieces for that for the future.
Dom in chat just made a good point about this. He said, I wanted the Hive Node from this and that, and the Crash Land from this. That and the Crash Lander, not enough to buy this box again, though. I
Can I
don't
just say
need any
that?
more old termagants or gene stealers. I've got hundreds.
Yeah, I just read those comments. Missed that?
Yeah, I missed it. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, he says the McCraig box was actually his first Warhammer. That's basically why I love Tyranids today. That's really cool. Had Lord of the Rings before, but not 40k. Yeah, I think it got... That was when 40k was like on an upswing, and they were doing more plastic miniatures, and they were a little more dynamic. So that's pretty sweet.
I think it was a Broodnest was the big piece.
Brood Nest
No,
was
it wasn't.
so good.
No, it wasn't. No, Broodnest was one of the 4-draw pieces of Charade, and
Oh,
those are like infestation markers, but people also call them hive nodes.
okay.
But I just know, like, to be honest, with the hive node, it will just turn up in like a load of sales.
Yeah.
And, like bits. But I've got like a ton of them, which I'm planning to use as well.
You
But
mean
it's just
these
like,
ones with that came in this box set, or the other one with the tail
not
that arched over
not
it?
the Gene Stealer ones, but the actual like the arcing tail. Because I know years ago Simon turned a set of them into a digestion pool.
Yeah, but that
And I
was when
got a
like
load.
this box was new. That was when he was working at
Oh,
Games
yeah.
Workshop. He had like piles
Yeah.
and piles of this box just kicking around, like the original McCraig.
It's just like that's some of the ideas people do, but it's like it is a piece that does turn up. I know it does because I've seen it quite a bit. But as soon as people realize, oh, it's now actually a really rare piece, those prices did jump up as well.
Yeah.
So it's look for bit lots of Tyranids, and you're more likely to find them in there rather than trying to find the specific piece, and you'll get it for a lot cheaper than finding the specific piece.
I immortalized
James-
one of them on the base of my second or Rogue Trader edition Pewter Gene Stealer that I made for my kill team. Like running up the tail of one of them. I couldn't get the whole thing onto the base, unfortunately. Gotta do some stuff with the rest of it. But it lives on as well. Okay, let's move on.
James, one last bit on this is because James Murray put a comment. He says, yeah, McCraig was the first set, went in with the intention of getting Tau, came away as a Tyranid player after I played a taster game in store.
Good man. You made the right call. Okay, next up. That was the first Xenos release. We have this Tau Ethereal store anniversary, which is actually kind of an interesting model. I completely forgot this thing came out. I guess I didn't think it was interesting enough to buy it, but that's fine. I don't need it. Yeah. Wait, was there any other Xenos releases in this or just this? Nope.
So that was because it was throughout the whole year, but they always announce it at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So
did anyone actually buy this thing?
Oh, I've got it. It's actually a pretty decent model. Like, it shows it in the picture. He's got several different little hands that he holds. Like he's got different like little pots or whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, for the
hold.
different there's a wind, a fire, and what looks water and earth.
There's 4. Yeah, there's 4. It's not a bad kit. It was pretty easy to put together, and
Yep.
It's just like to me, that's something nice to paint differently to break up a lot of. Because I am going to be doing a lot of painting next year, and I know I say that but I've actually got it down to I've got nothing really bought.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I'm getting into like, okay, I've got trolls and I've got dogs of war I want painted. That's the thing. I've got giants as well, but those are the 2 I really want to do and actually have set a goal for. But this is just something I can put in there, like, okay, it's a palette cleanser. It gives me a little bit of a break between painting things.
Cool.
So yeah.
Cool.
I remember that we talked about the rumor engine of the spear tip, where we were all trying to guess what it might be. But I don't remember seeing this model, so this is the first time I'm seeing it.
I think I thought it was something Necron-y. I really like the spear. The spear is actually my favorite part of this whole model. Like, it's a good model, but I think that spear is really unique.
I think I could actually find it if you give me a minute.
It's okay. Let's move on. We got a lot of road to travel before we're done.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone in the chat, let us know if you got the Tau Ethereal or what you thought of the Tau Ethereal. It's cool to have like a new Ethereal, and it's cool anytime they make a story anniversary model that's not a Space Marine. I am in support of that. Next, the Ironhead Squad Prospectors from Necromunda. Wait, was this just the champion?
Yep.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought those were released before. No, okay.
So
The one-off.
this year, it's just because they always class them as squats now. They class them as
Xenos?
as part of League of Voten, so they class as Xenos. That's the reason why I put it in there. Because sometimes it's so annoying of how they actually showcase the models off. Because obviously, this article's also got the mining laser, but that's because it's in the preview bit. It's just.
What do you mean it's also got the mining laser? Like, this is a guy with the mining laser.
I mean, you got him with the mining laser, but if you go down as you did earlier, you have the store anniversary models, because I think it was at the time of like, oh yeah, if you come to us next month, it's the anniversary for Warhammer World, because that's at the beginning of March.
Okay, it's fine. We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, but that's why it's just there.
Yeah, well, it's kind of cool to see like a double-barreled mining laser being like a Gene Stealer person, and loving mining laser Stealer.
I just need to dip for a minute. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
But I need to ask, squads are Xenos now? Because wasn't the whole thing about them being the early humans leaving for
Games
space
Workshop,
on generation ships?
Games Workshop puts Votan under Xenos on their website, so that's what Flynn went with. That's where the basis comes from. Fine by me. It'll be interesting if they ever show up in the Tacticus game, because they also have a delineation between Xenos, Chaos, and Imperial in the game, and it'd be interesting where they put the squads. Hopefully not Xenos, because there's way too many Xenos races that have cool miniatures or cool units and not enough resources to go around. But I digress. No one cares about that. Next. Here's a good one. The Kroot dude, who is the events miniature for 2024. I was lucky enough to score one of these because my Kroot brother in arms, Ironbeak, went to Adepticon last year, so he got me one. I don't really love this model. Like, I love me some Kroot, but this one, I don't know, it feels a little awkward, but it's kind of cool that it's loosely based on an unreleased Kroot model that was previewed around the time that the Kroot came out, which was kind of like running up a piece of terrain and swinging its gun over its head like this to kind of club someone with it. So yeah, it was cool to see this kind of concept come back.
The problem,
strong feelings about this guy.
Yeah, the problem I'm having with it is that the stance is very generic, and that's the usual tactical rock, one leg rised up and swinging some implement to hit something.
Yeah, interesting that something that's supposed to look very dynamic has become generic.
Yeah, I've seen this pose way too often for it to be still registering as dynamic. To me, it's just that's one of the games Workshop poses.
Yep. Anyone in the chat saying anything about this or the previous one?
Nope.
Not yet.
Hasn't chimed in yet.
Lynn, are you back?
Yeah, but did you guys manage to pick up any for yourselves?
I got one from Ironbeak. Ironbeak got me one at Adepticon. Did you get it? I don't know how much you're into Kroot, but
I didn't have any inclination of getting it for any sort of reason, because I knew I wasn't going to turn up to any events that would sell it, and I just didn't have I don't have really an affinity for Kroot per se.
That's fine.
So
that's good. That's a responsible decision. Not buying a miniature. Sometimes that's challenging, but the right call.
Yeah, for me, I'm too far south for most events, so That's not. I'm not jumping on a train for 8 hours to go to some of the big events. So that's a no for me for basically any event manager. But Dom does minis just jumped in and said, I do like Tau. I don't know why they get so much hate. I bought the big root box, but I haven't done anything with it yet. This guy does look cool, but didn't go out. I didn't go out of my way to get it.
Dom, I agree with you in the I bought the big Kroot box and haven't done anything with it yet. I like kind of started and then didn't. It came at a weird time for me and I didn't manage to get further with it, and I need to get back to that.
And Tau got so much hate because anime style clashes with pretty much
Oh, I thought they got hate because they were like really good at killing everybody.
I don't. What I thought it was there was the whole like the Overwatch kill bit was just like overpowered in 8th edition, and that's really when the hate came in because
no,
you could Overwatch different units.
For me, as far as the hate for Tau timeline goes, it was when we came in, they clashed really hard with the aesthetics of the rest of the game.
They're an alien race. They're supposed to clash. Come on, people.
Yeah, but people didn't like it. That's where the hate came from. I'm not judging people hating on it. And then it was them being so powerful in the shooting phase in multiple editions. And
that's what I was thinking it was.
Basically tabling the opponents in the first turn.
Yeah, that's what I think it was because they said like with the aesthetic is different. They actually mention that in the lore. Like in the Caiaphas Cain books, there's a bit where he goes to a planet that the Tower trying to like intercept and take over slowly, and it talks about like the rounded walls and everything being obtuse and not and doing direct contrast to the rectangular right-angled Imperium design. That's already established as a whole thing. But I thought it was to do with like the rules for Tower at one point were just so OP. Like you charged a unit, but I'm overwatching with this other unit, which is basically just taking you out. And now I'm going to overwatch with the unit you charged, but I can overwatch again later in the same charge.
Okay.
By this unit to this way. It was just so over. I think people just hated it for it.
Anyway. Yeah, I just meant to say that Tau never got really a chance. They've been hated for various reasons throughout the hobby since the inception.
Right. You're right. They're cool miniatures. I think they're great.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that an alien race actually looks like an alien race and not just the same Imperial technology with a different mask on. So good on you, Tau. You're okay by my book, and especially because you gave us Kroot, which is good times. All right, one sec. Bear with.
While you bring the next one up, Dom says he'll most likely pay scalper prices in 5 years' time like a sucker. And also, I didn't get any of the exclusive minis. And Radon says, I didn't get any of the exclusive minis in any way.
Good. Probably better for you. Better for your pocketbook.
With Dom, to be honest, a lot of even the Catachan kernel that came out during COVID, where people were selling at that time, which were massive scalper prices, it's now selling at more reasonable prices.
Really? The one with the Power Fist?
Yeah, the one that's meant to be Carl Weathers' character from Predator, basically. He's just now like, I'm seeing him going for like 30 to 40 odd when he comes up.
That's shocking.
And to be honest, like, I know that's 4 years down the line, but still, this is the Orc one.
That would be worth buying because it's probably going to go back up further down the line.
Potentially. You wouldn't be able to say. But yeah, this one we're doing now is
Orc Boy.
Orphac Blackhawk.
He's from a book, apparently.
Yeah, which is right above. Yeah. Brutal and cunning.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool miniature. I thought he was neat. I had no interest in getting him because I'm not into orcs. Sometimes there's orcs that like tickle me, like the Pain Boy or whatever, and that other dude who has the like wavy hair. Looks like crazy old man hair.
Do you want to know an annoying fact about this model?
What?
The base size he comes on in this box is a 50mm base size. the base size his model is meant to be played on is a 40mm base.
I really don't care.
The model was too big.
I
There
officially
was a
don't
bit of
care
a.
about base sizes ever. I put my stuff on
I
bases
know
that
you
look
don't.
cool.
But it was annoying for a lot of people because they were like, I can't use this model. It's a cool looking model, but it's for the wrong base size.
That
which, and I know you don't care about base sizing, but I know with like the old one now they've actually stipulated base sizing for things, which actually I think is a really good way of doing it, as to stop arguments happening because of old edition to new edition. And it says, and also because of how certain special rules work, there was a Space Wolves character which was said it has to be on this base size model because of certain rules it had. And it's just ironic that this Orc character that they were selling wasn't even on the same base size you could take it on. Which
Well, it's just clear the people who
funny.
make the codexes don't talk to the people who make the models.
Yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, the squid tripod is a cool idea.
Yeah. Agreed. Cool model. Pity about the
Is it
base
still?
size.
I'm just curious if it's still available now.
Was it limited?
Well, I know. Well, I know the last limited sort of like Black Library model, I think, is still available.
Wasn't I think Gaunt's Ghosts are still available.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
Really? Cool.
No, Gaunt's Ghosts are definitely still available. I'm just thinking, because I know the Uriel Ventress is still available. I don't think Sylvain Rain is still available. So I'm just
I've
curious
seen her
to see
in
if.
shops in random places.
Yeah, but I mean on their website though.
Right.
Because if it's still a sold model.
I mean, I have to admit, the Gaunt's Ghost box is one that's really burning under my fingernails, but I really don't want to get back into Imperial Guard.
But that would be the one that would get you?
Yeah, that's definitely the one that would get me.
I think this potentially is aside from the store anniversary stuff, this is the only model that is no longer available came out this year. The Isork is no longer available.
You know why? Because his base size is wrong. They're like, get rid of him.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, that's
funny. Too bad. He's a cool model.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if they've renamed him or something. But it's just when I searched his name exactly on the website, it's not there anymore.
I mean, if I had that model, I probably would just take it, find a command unit with the proper base size, and remove his club and give him a paw claw or something like that, and call it a day. And then he's the war boss.
Oh, it's not even that. You just put him on a 40mm base, and you put a bit of rock on it, and you sorted because the rock will go over the side of the base, and you're done.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's not even on the website anymore, which is sad.
No, that's bad. Oh well.
Dom Does Minis is down with this miniature. That Orc Mini is hot. I need more orcs in my life. I want them all. Look at his little squig. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Niggy or Nige had a message and redacted it, so not sure what's going on there.
That's the Inquisition working for you.
There you go. Oh, thanks.
Should you also we didn't redact it. He just no. I'm just saying the Inquisition redacted it. That's not me or
Kaiser. That's
just redacted.
Okay.
No.
All right. So moving on. This is a damn cool model. Why is there a Space Marine on my screen? Where is the Tyrann? Where are the? Oh, Striking Scorpions. Yeah, this was like there's something where these were supposed to release before the new year, and then I think they released after, but Flynn's not sure, and blah blah blah.
So this was their individual release.
Okay, well,
so when they were out of box set prison, as I like to call it.
I got in on the box set prison because I had a friend who wanted the other part of the box set, but I didn't think I got them till after New Year's. But that might have just been me screwing up. Yeah. So Striking Scorpions, redone in 2024 to get us closer to the goal of having all Eldar Aspect Warriors in plastic. I have a lot of love for Eldar and for Aspect Warriors, even though I've never officially collected Eldar. And it was cool to see these redone, but honestly, I wish that they were more dynamic.
Mm,
I have
get
them.
what you're
I bought
saying.
them. I want to convert them to be more dynamic. Haven't done it yet. Lynn?
I just like them because with I know the pose of Eldar, you've actually got a little bit more movement to them with the arms, how they are. You can swap them between models.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying about that the standard leg pose, that's where you're kind of stuck with them. But you can. I've built quite a few Eldar models, and I know you can get more dynamic poses with them.
Yeah.
But it's just like, for me, it's like I love the fact that they've actually. It's just like another indication of, okay, yeah, we are working on redoing the aspect warriors, because we already had Banshees a couple of years before. We had the Dark Reapers where everyone took a mick out of the Lego heads.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Striking Scorpions.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, it's coming. But it was just like, where's Karandras?
Yeah,
The
that
Phoenix
sucks,
Lord.
eh? Like, according to, I think it was Valrak, who said that
He was forgotten.
apparently they forgot to make Karandras, which is a big no-no. I think Karandras is one of the coolest Phoenix Lords out there. So that's
That was one of the
disappointing if they
rumors.
forgot to make him.
That was one of the rumors he had of Valrak. It was one of the rumors he had that they got, they kind of forgot to do Karandras, but he's coming in the next wave. And
No. Oh, wait, that was the rumor?
that was the rumor for it.
Oh.
Like, they forgot to build it, make him, and he'll be coming in the next wave. Because they can design models quickly, but I think for something like Karandras, that has to go through quite a lot of levels of approval.
Yeah, and someone, I don't think it was my idea, I think someone else had this idea that he'll probably be released in box set prison at the end of this edition of Warhammer 40k, you know, when they do like the Gathering Storm, boarding action, whatever thing, where they're like, let's refresh Warhammer 40k, so you buy more of it right before we refresh it, or we change the edition. So he might be like one of those one-off characters that comes in those kind of releases.
Yeah, but I wouldn't actually be upset if he was to come out in a box set prison, but the box set prison included Striking Scorpions. I wouldn't really be upset with that box set prison. The ones I get annoyed with is
well, they put like old Dire Avengers in the box set, which apparently they're doing for the Eldar.
Well, we'll come to that. We'll come to a box set prison during this, which is, but it's like, here's this brand new one model, and everything else is already out, but you've got back box in there.
Here's us clearing our backstock. Good luck.
Yeah, Kit Bosch says, don't forget about the Exarch for the Shining Spears. Wait, Kit Bosch, do you mean the Phoenix Lord for the Shining Spears, which has never had a model?
Oh, I think. Oh, Kit Bosch. I don't know if we've seen you on here before. Welcome. Good to see you.
I've seen Kit Bosch before.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's referring to the that's never the Striking Scorpion one has never had a model.
Shining Spears.
Yeah. Shining Spears never had a model. The one for the Phoenix other Lord. Flyers
never had a model for the Phoenix Lord.
Yeah. There's a few Phoenix Lords that have never had a model, which I'll come to later. Yeah. To get to it.
Okay.
But
cool. Yeah, that would be cool to see a Phoenix Lord for Shining Spears. I'm not holding my breath, but that would be cool.
Kit Bosch, don't worry about not being an Eldar player. Most of us here aren't.
We just love them.
Done my research for a quiz we'll eventually get to.
Frig, the quiz. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We got to get moving.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone in the chat saying anything else about the Scorpions? I think they're neat. I'm glad we have them. Could be better.
Dom says they like the pose. Very happy for Eldar fans. Finally getting new plastics, but they've never done anything for him.
Yeah, I like the pose. So.
Sweet. Okay. What?
I like my troop options to be a little bit toned down, a little bit more conservative on the dynamic aspect. So I like those poses.
Cool.
And Eldar got me into the hobby. You can move on, by the way.
Okay.
Can talk while the stream refreshes. And I never liked. I admit that I never liked the Striking Scorpions themselves until I read the Path of the Eldar trilogy, I believe it's called, where the first book is about one guy becoming a Striking Scorpion, and since then I actually liked them.
Cool.
Oh, the Path of the Elder books, yeah.
Path of the Eldar, Path of the Exarch.
There's this Half of the Elder,
There's
half
a
of the Warrior, half of
trilogy.
the
It's
Extra.
it's the Elder, Pathfinder, and then Exarch, I believe.
Oh, cool.
It's a trilogy, something like that. I don't quite have it in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, and look, those Croods also look great.
Next up are my bird boys. I was shocked. Well, no, I was shocked when they did the first Kroot kill team. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're redoing Kroot. And then I was doubly shocked when they gave Kroot basically their own release, except they were still bundled in the Tau Codex. But that's okay, I can tolerate it, because dang. Yeah,
If you want to see Nick's live reaction to it, there was a live stream of this. I can't remember when it was, but there was one.
Was it a Xenos watch?
There was a Xenos watch for it. I remember that.
Sweet.
I can't remember
not
which.
Remember that.
I think based on the time of the year, this was an Adepticon one, so it was while I was asleep. I remember watching it the next day, and you were just like, "What?" You were hyped for it.
Yeah, definitely hyped. Oh no, because what? No, because that Kroot model, I don't know. That Kroot model was at Adepticon. I don't know. Anyway, these are friggin' amazing. I'm glad they came out. Although I gotta say, I wasn't super thrilled with the carnivores. I thought they were very basic, but I guess they leave room for you to do your own thing with them, which is decent. And we just got like the best dynamic, interesting, very characterful carnivores in the Kinbad or whatever, the kill team. So that's not bad. These can be tame, these carnivores. The Crudox were all great. The characters were all great. I did not like the Crude Hounds at all. I haven't bought them. I don't think I will. I mean, I might convert them someday to try and make them better, but I think that they were really awkward and not cool.
I think
But
they're
I
good for
bought these.
bases.
What?
The Crew Hands, they do look very good for a base of a conversion.
Yeah. I just don't like how they tried to make them look like there were upright Kroot who have like de-evolved into Kroot Hounds.
Yeah.
Like they have weird anatomy that looks like it should be bipedal, but then they made it quadrupedal. And anyway, so but very exciting that Kroot came out. I feel a little bad that I haven't done anything with Kroot in like a long time, so I need to fix that in 2020. Flynn, Kajan, you have any strong feelings about the Kroot release?
Kajan?
No, I feel they're doing exactly what they supposed to do. I mean, for me, those models are just the right mix of not stealing the show as your base troops, and this for me, just this picture we are seeing here. Your eyes are drawn to the Crutox and the leader down in the center, which I feel is just the way troops should work. You should have them just provide enough visual interest that their poses are not boring. So I like them.
So, though I agree with like not having troops being like jumping off of rocks and all that, I do feel that I like there to be a reward if you look closely at the troops. Like from a distance, you're like, oh yeah, you know, they're standard troopers. And then you go and you look at them, you're like, oh wait, this guy's got like a cool axe. Wait, this guy's got his own thing. Like, still make them individual, if not distracting.
Yeah, for me the problem is when you have more than one troop on the. I mean, for us, kit bashing, that's definitely the way to go. But when I buy the box kit, I want them to be a bit more conservative, so I can add these details.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
I see that Tom Wilson said that the limited edition codex should have had Kroot on the cover. I absolutely agree, Tom, but you know what you can do? I just store it on my shelf backwards. Like, I have this thing where I have these like bins on my shelf for like my different like armies that I collect. So there's one for like Dark Eldar, there's one for like Genestealer Cult, there's one for Kroot, there's one for Tyranids. And I take like the codex. It's like these IKEA. I wish I was in the studio right now. I'm not. I could show you. But my studio's full of crap and I gotta clean it. Anyway, I've got these IKEA like bookcase cube things. They're like fabric cubes. And they have this little like handle at the front. but if you're tricksy, you can like slide the cover of a book into that. So I display them. And I just turn the Kroot one around. I turned the Tau one around because the back of the codex is also pretty and it has Kroot on it. So I just pretend that's the cover. It's my hack.
Not bad.
But yeah, I agree. It would be really cool if Kroot was on the. But they need like I think they gave enough love to Kroot in this release. It was kind of silly that they're like, oh, here's a new Tau codex, and you're gonna get your new Tau rules, and here are your new Tau units. Psych, they're all Kroot. I'm sure like the angry Fire Warrior boys are like, no, I need another metal suit. But too bad. So sad. Play with some bird boys.
Dom just said that doesn't bode well for the plastic Narlock. And I would say, yeah, kind of, but I would convert the Narlock anyway from something like T-Rex model or something like that. So
yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Like there was rumors that there's going to be a Kroot riding a beast of some kind. They're like, it's going to be a Narlock. It's going to be a Narlock. Maybe it'll be like a baby Narlock. And no, I don't think we're ever getting Kroot Narlock.
Hold your breath on any sort of old Forge World models for the time being, because, and I will say this, Forge World is mainly focusing on, from what it appears to be, is the ones they had for Horus Heresy, scaling them into plastic and changing those kits over. And also their main focus right now is the old world. They are not focused on 40k at all.
Interesting.
They
Also
won't-
Necromunda. They're doing like random one-offs for Necromunda.
Yeah, and Blood Bowl. They're mainly focused on specialist games than the old world right now. And for me, I'm happy for that because that's stuff I'm kind of interested in.
And that's probably because those
I know
things sell. Like in their defense, they're probably the things that sell.
Yeah, 100%. The old world is out. Is potentially, by rumors, the second game system now. The old world.
Oh, come on.
Just because of that, just because of how big their sales are. Once each new faction is released. But once they're all out, then they'll be able to digest of, okay, what is the actual second system for everything? Because you're getting a lot of people coming back for the old world. But anyway, I know we've got a lot more to go through.
Yeah, and old world bores me to tears. So the only cool thing I've seen from the old world is those words. All right.
That's another cock topic for another stream, because I don't really want to talk about those wizards, but we've got to get through this.
All right. So next up, Creepy Boys. These are pretty good. They did a damn fine job with these. These are the Mandrakes for Dark Eldar. I will not call it Drew Carey. I'm sorry. I don't care who your favorite comedian is.
Yeah, that's what exactly. As soon as you said that, that's what I thought. Whose line is it anyway? The US version.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the Mandrakes that they made for Dark Eldar. They came out in a Kill Team box. I have them. I meant to convert them because I think they would make really better racks or like homunculus covens. Haven't got around to it yet. I promise I will. Hopefully in 2025. But I love these models. And I got 1,000 years ago, I got to talk to Jess about his idea for the Mandrakes. This was like when he was working on the, God, what was it? The new Dark Eldar warriors who came out in like 2008? No, 2000.
I know when they came out.
10? Something like that. And he was saying that he really wanted the Mandrakes to be like Oni, like Japanese demons. And we kind of got it in the Finecast models, but I think he really nailed it. Or I don't know him. I think Games Workshop really nailed it with these models.
Yeah, those ones definitely nailed that idea behind them. They look great, but because I was doing, my whole idea was to do a Yannari army, I was like, okay, I'm not going down the Mandrakes route. You can't really take them. They still look great. And now the Yannari is not really a thing. Obviously, like taking Dark Eldar and Eldar.
They killed it?
They've not killed it, but it's just not really
supporting it.
Talked about as much. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, but I just don't really have the drive right now for anything Yannari.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be, cool models are cool, but no, you're not going to buy them just for buying them, and they're going to sit there for years before you get any paint on them.
Yeah, smart.
Sort of thing.
Just a quick question: are the Mandrakes supposed to show right now?
Are they supposed to
Because
show?
we are still seeing Groot on the stream.
I'm seeing it
What?
live, and it's. Is your YouTube delayed? Because I've got it live, and I'm
You
seeing.
might have to scrub forward in your YouTube, because it's showing for me on my like little YouTube setup screen thing, and it's
Okay.
Yeah, Kit Bosch has got them up saying these have the Japanese folklore mountain gag aesthetic or mountain hag aesthetic.
yep.
So yes, I know it's showing for. It might just be.
Yeah,
I have this myself.
it was just the
Behind.
audio came through live, but for some reason it was still showing Groot. I reloaded the page and it's working now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Internet
absolutely
doesn't
like Jess Goodwin took his inspiration from Japanese demons for these. So yeah, that comes through.
Oh, wait, actually,
They're cool models. They're damn cool models. I think I have 2 sets of them. I was like really active in this gaming group. Well, I was not really active. I was somewhat active in this gaming group locally, and they buy everything, especially Kill Team stuff. They love Kill Team. So anytime there was a Kill Team release where I wanted part of the box, I'm like, hey, anyone want to give me part of their box? And they're like, yeah, sure, here. So I was able to buy these when they were still box locked.
the
But
last major
recently.
update for for Dark Eldar was 2010, but I can't see any mandrakes that were done at that point.
There was this Finecast one somewhere in there.
So it might have been the old mandrakes from 1998.
No, these they were pewter versions of these, or Finecast versions of these done.
Yeah, 2010. I've just seen
There
them
you
in
go.
there. But yeah, they're very similar to those. Very similar.
But I would say these are better than the pewter one, like the Finecast one. They were fine, they were decent, but these are like the perfect realization.
Looking at little images, yeah, these are 10 times better.
Yeah,
more detail and everything else to them.
Like, I sometimes complain about them just taking a Finecast miniature or an old pewter or old plastic miniature and just like making it HD. I feel like they didn't do anything new and different. These ones, I feel like they did a little more than just make fire effects and like new kind of like style of the blades, which are similar to what we had before, but better, I would say.
Oh no, the blades are a lot better. The fire effects are better as well because they did have them, but these plastic models 10 times better. Everything is being elevated. It's not just
Didn't fewer
HD.
of the models have the fire effects in the old release?
They do.
They had them, but on fewer of the models. Like this one, almost every model has a fire.
No, the image I've got, all 3 models in this image, because I don't think they did like a wide variety of models, had fire effects all on their left arm.
Interesting.
But yeah, but the reason why I'm not linking it, because this will skew the quiz.
Okay.
It will be in the Discord afterwards.
Sure.
People can have a look.
Let's keep moving. Oh yeah, you're right. They do have the fire effect.
Yeah.
Oh, they're nowhere near as good though. The blades were okay.
Yeah.
But the one guy with the sickle, sickle blade, I would say.
Yeah. I like the sickle. Well,
yeah.
Sickle, but also the other guy's sort of like face because it looks like he's wearing a mask is cool.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. Mechs get bigger in the new Orc Codex. Oh, I forgot about this mech guy. Here you go, Dom. Here's some more Orky goodness. We've got this big mech. I think he was box locked too, wasn't he? He was like, yeah, they put him in a box like a Gargant or something. Here, yeah, he was in the Stompa Boys box.
Yeah,
with like a truck and like some blasted dudes. I don't know. He's cool. Yeah. He's damn cool. They're hitting.
I know he's now I know he's available separately now.
Yeah, no.
But he's out of stock now, ironically. But it's just one of those things.
I would say that generally Games Workshop is nailing it for Orcs. Like Orcs got the shaft for so long, but I think they're making up with it by doing some really cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they got the shaft, but they did get hit bonked with a delay stick, I would call it.
Yeah. For years,
Because
though.
they got a really good update when they released 5th edition, where they got the new truck and everything else. They got a really good update then, which still carried on to now, but they didn't have their death copters they had in the Assault on
Oh,
Black Reach
stop talking about
box.
these bloody Def Copters. There's more to orcs
They
that got
got
shafted than just the Def Copters. They had horrible boys for a long time.
they're the easiest example of being shafted for a very long time, because then you have to go back to the old metal model, or even then it was Finecast,
Yeah, I feel like
which
we talk about this a
is the
lot,
whole
and I'm
thing of
getting
getting
tired of it.
shafted. Yeah, but they still had quite a bit, but I don't think any army will ever be as shafted as Dark Eldar were for years. They were the most shafted, and I will say they're the most shafted Xenos army. The only shafted, I'm not including Votan before anyone tries to jump in on there,
Votan?
because they
Oh,
were
wait,
just,
you mean like squats? Yeah, okay, that's
because they
not...
weren't an army. They weren't even.
They disappeared and then
The,
they came back.
I
the most
kind of
shafted army I would ever say is this is about.
Sorry, Kajan, what's that?
I kind of would disagree about the most shafted because Harlequins exist.
Oh, yeah, they didn't have...
2010, they got a bigger release then, and Medusa. No, 2005, Medusa 5. Then they got quite a few plastic
Yeah, but
releases.
2010, they hadn't had a release since like 1995. I think
But
that's what
they got a
Kajan's
whole
referring to.
but they did get a whole range refresh.
Sure.
And I am actually giving you answers right now to the quiz later. Which I really
Okay,
don't
let's
want
move
to do. Yeah.
Anyone have strong feelings about orcs? Dom, I'm assuming you have strong feelings about orcs. Let us know in the chat. What's going on in the chat? Someone check the chat.
Tom Wilson says they said the Yanari walls will be in the new Eldar Codex.
Cool.
And that's about. And Dom says, I want him.
I kind of want
Obviously
him too,
referring
and
to
I'm not normally orc curious. Why did you do this? Is there new orc stuff here?
There was, I believe.
I'm seeing Blood Angels. I'm seeing Black Library. Going way down.
Green or gold?
No, I
Did
think
you
this...
open the? Well, I think you've opened the green or gold one, but you didn't open the original big mech one. But it's in both of those, so nothing to worry about.
Okay, so we got double mech.
You've covered
Okay,
both
cool.
of
I
them.
can show this
Yeah,
closest one.
because that was when he got announced initially, and I knew it was coming out the year.
Gotcha.
The next one should be the How Empire Needs You.
Oh, this is why there were so many, because you doubled up.
Now, that was the only one that was doubled up.
Oh, no, wait. For the Tau, yeah. So we saw, like, certain models in that first wave because they came in the box, but then they released other models. Like this guy, the Lone Spear. He's okay. I wish that lizard thing was more dynamic, but especially the tail, but whatever. Crudox, sexy. Crudox Rampagers, sexy. Crude Hounds, abomination. Look, Combat Patrol Tau Empire. Here's all your old models. Enjoy.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at more of the crew. I see what you mean. It looks like it's a man hunched over.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Apparently we got some like limited release orcs. That was cute. Why didn't we get that with Tyranids? Bastards. They probably destroyed the molds. I think the second edition Tyranid molds are gone. Gone.
What was
these cute little blood axes?
Yeah.
Oh man, these knobs, these knobs still kick ass. These are still friggin' amazing. I think these are Brian. Are these Brian Nelson? Maybe they won't say.
Just waiting for the stream to catch up, just so I can see.
They won't say.
Because I do forget sometimes what I've actually put in this list.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually double check it at the end of the year.
Oh,
but
right, because you just like do it as it happens. Like
I do it as it happens, but it's like, because sometimes I'm like, it's a release technically because you can get it for this short period of time, even though they're old models, and I'm still always like seeing old models anyway.
So I'm fairly certain that these orc knobs, I think these were released for Gorka Morka, and then they were just so good that they just made them orc characters.
I think that is.
I think they're Brian Nelson. Brian Nelson, he did so much good shit for like 2nd edition and 3rd edition, and man, these are fantastic. All right, moving on. That was just some fruit stuff. What's going on?
Rip Lampshade just said Hydra keeps saying orcs are gonna be the main villains of the next edition.
We'll see. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's been a while. This is Chaos, which I kind of like.
I don't want them to be the main villain though. I want Dark Eldar to be the main villain.
Well, that would be pretty cool if they brought back Dark Eldar as like another.
I think Dark Eldar being the main villain would be a lot better than orcs.
I think that if they did Dark Eldar as the main villain, they would need to redo witches.
Oh yeah, and also you can bring back.
I think the warriors are good. Like I think the warriors are fine. Where did I?
Yeah, the Drukhari are good.
People said that.
Order. Is this why you put this in? Oh man, this guy, this freebooter. Oh, that's a miniature I should have bought.
Yep.
It's so good. Damn. Okay, that was it. But yeah, these are some cool miniatures, especially that freebooter dude. God, he's cool. You got to remake that guy.
Yeah.
Give me an HD version of him.
I know Artel does make some good freebooter orcs.
Yep.
But it's not very easy to get right now.
Oh,
but
yeah,
there are some
Russia
really cool old school models. Yeah. I know Artel's now got like a distributor in America that does this stuff. Some of the
cool.
Stuff.
Good on him.
But it's not the easiest again.
Yeah.
Just because of everything.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, yeah, this freebooter was worth stopping on because he's so friggin' cool.
Yeah.
Dom, how much do you want this guy? Okay, moving on. Oh,
just let me know which one you're going to.
We got the wait. Oh, this is so you counted Gene's. Oh no, wait. I guess there's Votan. Yeah, so Genestealer Cult and
It's
Votan.
Yeah, it's Votan one.
Well, Genestealer Cult, that's new too, right? There's Xenos, sort of.
To be honest, actually, it was both.
Yeah, they're
because
both.
It was an
that's
upgrade.
A Xenos box. What do you know? It happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got these Votan dudes are what?
With our very favorite Genestealer sprue.
Okay, so yeah, like this sprue is old. Came out in 2016, I think. Maybe 2015. I think it was 2016.
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, right, okay. So we got the Patriarch who really needs to be redone, but that model's fine. We got the Magus who's excellent. We got the Primus who's fine. I didn't really like these Brood Brothers, so I haven't bought them. Something like they're fine, but I don't know, something about them didn't really speak to me. Looking at them again now, I'm like, maybe they're worth it. But I was not dragged to them. It's weird that I look at this box and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But I look at the Votan and like, y'all know I hate dwarves, but these guys are cool. They're damn cool. But there's so many people who take Votan bodies and put them on normal legs and they look amazing.
Before you go on to the Votan, I just want to say, think Brood Brothers in potentially 6 months' time.
What? What are you saying?
What month is in 6 months?
Oh, June Stealer.
Potentially. It's a theme, potentially.
Brood Brothers?
Yes, that is potentially a theme.
Interesting. Not sure how that theme will work, but I'm interested. Curious. Cool. Kajan, you got anything you want to say about the Genestealer Cultist here?
Or the Votan?
I find them low priority. They are fine, but I don't think they I need to have. I would get them if I need some, but yeah.
You're in no rush.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I'm not seeing anything that stands out to me as special, and nothing that where I would say I can't just pick up some generic box of militia guardsmen and convert them.
Yeah, it's always like I think it's always
head swaps, and I mean that's what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's Cadians, right? It's Cadians with head swaps.
Yeah,
I do like that they made a new Gene Stealer head sprue, because the old sprue was very good. So I'm happy to see that. But yeah, I also haven't been like driven to go out and get them, but I might get them someday if I needed some cultists.
I feel they are missed opportunity. They could have brought in some Valhalla aesthetic or some
Yeah.
dogs or something like that. They could have taken the Brood Brothers and given them so you could have bought them as Imperial Guard player and do a head swap.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
cool if it was like, wait, that would be wild if they had decided to be like, we're releasing Valhallans, but we're releasing them with Gene Stealer heads. You can get Valhallans and Gene Stealer heads. But then it would be a case where like they have a pattern with kill team boxes where only one of the kill teams is a wholly new kill team, and it was the Votann for this, and then the other one is like an existing
Upgrade
sprue with some some modifications. So Brood Brothers got that. But the cool thing is that you can, with this kill team, you can take all these Brood Brothers, but you can also take a Patriarch. And as someone who like played kill team, that's really cool. You can like put a Patriarch in your kill team because he's pretty big, pretty bruisery. And like you can use it as a countess thing where you use the rules for this kill team to like, I don't know, put like random Tyranids in, I don't know, like you could do a bunch of stuff with it. It was a very dynamic kill team rule set to base other things on.
Yeah. But I have to admit, if I would, for a kill team, I would rather put in a Lictor than a Patriarch.
Yeah, so just buy this kill team and run a Lictor and call it a Patriarch and use the Patriarch rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, though, this while we're on the topic of kill team, very quick, because I know we'll come back to it. Addition of kill team, everything except for the new starter set, both sides have been brand new models.
The new additions, yeah.
The new edition, except for the new starter set, because it was the blind box, Death Guard, and Space Marines, which I was so annoyed when that came out. But I'll go into that later if we have time. Oh no, I think it was good way of doing it, getting these old kits back, and much cheaper than what it would have been. It would have cost to get them originally.
Oh, there you go, secondary market. Those would have been expensive on the secondary market.
I know, because it was 80 quid, 90 quid if you were to buy the boxes, each one, because it was £10 a blind box, if you were just to get them as that. But if you wanted to guarantee it, no, it was 80 quid to guarantee, because it was seven models. But this is 65 quid and you've got both sets. So it was a lot cheaper. But anyway, I know we've got more to go through, but I just felt like the Votann are really cool. And you saying that about the sticking normal legs on them.
Yeah, a lot of people do that and it looks really good.
That's a really good idea. I never thought of that. Even just
really?
sticking Space Marine
so many people who do that.
I've not seen it. And I'm just thinking, if you were to stick Space Marine legs on there, like at either of the old or the new ones, you could get a really good Space Marine army with great coats wearing. And regardless of what you say, I think it's a really good idea. Even with just the Votann heads, it's a cool idea.
Okay, so next we're on to Malstrains. This was another shock for me, that they would not release new Gene Stealers for like a decade, pretty much. And then they released two versions of the Gene Stealer kit within a year of each other. I did not see that coming at all. These were not perfect, but they were interesting, and I love the idea that they could release two sets of Gene Stealers in one.
Hang on a minute, one of these days don't work anymore.
What?
Faith and Fire light up the new season of Warhammer 40k is one of the articles. I believe that was when the Gene Stealer Colts actually got released.
What are you talking about? Oh,
however,
wait. You sent one, then I skipped it?
No, not that you skipped it. The link now doesn't work for the Warhammer
yeah,
website.
You had... Yeah, so I clicked that one, and I was like, wait, why is it just showing me the standard Games Workshop website?
I think that article doesn't work anymore.
Well, it's probably because they redid the website. I'm surprised any of your links work.
That's what I was surprised by that, but I'm happy it does.
What's that thing called?
But It's all right. Don't worry
this?
about it because I know it will get touched on in a bit. This was when they had the release for Genestealer Cult, so it's all right. It would just be the codex in there and something else, which is already on one of the other links.
Yes.
Yeah. Think box set prison.
Oh, right.
Because the
okay.
article
Well, then
doesn't
screw
exist.
it.
The
I'm not
article
gonna
is
try and
not
look
on the
it up.
website anymore at all.
All right. What do people think of the mouse strain? Were they cool? I thought they were cool. Interesting. Not perfect, but good to have something different. Kajan, what do you think of the mouse strain?
I like the mouse train, but for me, the Booth Brother models that are in that box are more interesting than the one we just saw.
Really? Cool.
Yeah,
And
because
the weird little mites, which are cool.
they're new aesthetic. They're not just Guardians with head swap.
True.
Guardians with a head swap.
Right.
But yeah, I like the mouse trains. For me personally, I would cut back on the spikes on their back, and
Agreed.
I would definitely be more inclined to use the Maelstrom models in my Tyranid army than the actually Genestealer models.
Interesting. Okay. Cool.
Because for me, that's always the sticking point about Genestealer in the proper Tyranid army, because I feel like Genestealer cult thing, and yeah, that's why I really like the idea of the Maelstrom, because they're not looking like classic Genestealer.
Nice.
I think this has been a really great kit. Like, I've seen people use the bits from that kit for other conversions, which have stumped a few of us.
Yeah, like
where pieces are coming from. Franking.
Frankendoodle took the mites, the floating head things, and used it as like an ammo sack on the back of like a gunner prime, or I don't know, Tyranid Warrior or something he made. And I was totally stumped. I'm like, what is that bit? And I had to read his comments to see what it was, because I did not recognize it.
It's brilliant for that, but also I've seen other people recreate it or do their own twist on it with a fully fledged Tyranid fleet. So I don't know if you've heard about Chloe Paints, because I've seen her do it. And she's done like a warrior with two heads, but it's got like this sort of like the stuff flowing between the two of her heads.
Oh.
Really, really like interesting. If I can find
Please link me
something,
to that,
I
because
will
that
share
would
it.
be intriguing to me.
Yeah, I'll try and find it, but it's just like I've seen it, and it's just like when I see that, I think of the mouse trains. And it's just like it's a cool idea, and it's just like, oh yeah, I like it.
Nice.
And it's someone actually found this year as well, which was really happy, because they actually, I would say, they stumbled across, I think they stumbled across one of mine or one of Warp Shadow's posts or anything, but they were just, it's just been really great seeing their stuff after finding it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in the chat right now.
YouTube chat?
Yeah. Or do you want me to put it into the...
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll put it into YouTube chat, so it's there, so anyone who's watching on YouTube can just click the link as well.
Nice. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm sculpting while we do this, and I'm getting to the stage where I've put too much green stuff on my miniature, and I'm going to shove my finger in it soon. So if I swear loudly, you know what happened.
At the point where we're telling you to put it down.
Oh, wow. No, I had not seen this. This is damn cool. Holy toot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show that. I can go up here. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Wow. Oh, sugar. Hold on. And that's some, like, cool, like, slime effects, too. Dang.
Yeah.
Whoa, creepy. So gross. Good work.
It's just it's one of the bits of like I think she stumbled across me or I stumbled across her. I can't remember what happened, but it was really cool. Just being like clicking in every so often, because I was talking about November and everything. She did a few posts.
You broke up there a little bit. Cool. Am I following this person? I should be following. Oh, I am following this person. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Anyone have any more thoughts about those dudes? Mouse trains.
Nope.
Also, I love that they brought back Spire, but that's not Xenos here. Nor this is all old world crap. There. Just the release. Okay, this is done. This is Hive Storm. Whoa, okay. Wow, okay. I missed a lot of Xenos stuff this year. I forgot that they released freaking Vespid. That is also huge. That was a really big deal. Wow.
I mean, I don't think you missed it. You forgot it because we talked about it on one of the work in progress.
No, but I mean, I forgot, like, when I was thinking back for this stream, and I was thinking, like, huh, whoa, what is this? Ever see these? You pre-order Kill Team. 12 bases with wound counter dials. Oh, whoa. I've never seen these. These are neat. Oh, well. Okay, well, I missed them. Whatever. Yeah, when I was thinking back for the stream, and I was like, I wanted to make, like, the title card for the stream, I was like, oh, I'm gonna, like, do my thing where I, like, punch out the letters, and... Oh, wait. I punch out the letters, and I put, like, the different Xenos releases in the background, and I put Kroot, and I put Striking Scorpions, and I put, Mandrakes, but I, like, totally forgot that Vespid were released this year. So, that's what I meant, that, like, I completely forgot this stuff. So yeah, Vespid, they were cool. They did a good job with the Vespid, I'd say. Like, the old models were kind of janky, but the new models are really neat. And I'd like to get them and play around with them someday, but they're definitely not a priority. What did you all think of the Vespid?
I'm not a tall person. I like the Kroot, but Vespid don't do it for me. So for me, like, the highlight is next to them.
I just realized what an insult that the 2 tower releases, or like there was like multiple tower releases this year, all auxiliaries. Amazing. I love it. Sure, there's some like crisis suit purists out there who are
but
real
it was overdue. So I mean, with getting crisis suits and stuff for a long while, so
you're right.
I feel like it was overdue. So I'm happy we got these Vespids, but as I said, for me the highlight in that particular one is next to it.
What, the Stormtrooper dudes?
The Kazakin, yeah.
They're not Kazakin, right? They're
Tempest's science. Right.
I say that because I love Kazakin. I think they're damn cool. And the new Kazakin were not close enough to the old ones, but whatever. Yeah, they were fine. This Tempestus Scions, I like these better than the actual Scion models. I think the actual Scion
I don't like the Scion models, but I like these ones with the jump packs. That's why I'm thinking Kazakins. I know we also got Kazakins this year. So.
Why didn't they go Elysian, man? You could have done Elysians. So.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could convert these into Elysian, but the Elysians don't have the, like, rusty Gothic.
The problem with the Elysians is that most of them are line troops. They're not stormtroopers. So
they're just like normal guardsmen.
Yeah, they're normal. They're just drop troops, regular guardmen with graft suits.
Wait, did we lose Flynn?
Yeah, I don't think you can hear me anymore.
I can hear you now. I can hear you.
No, we can hear you.
We lost you for a second. You like dropped off and then came.
It just I disconnected and reconnected because I don't think you guys could actually hear me because I was even looking on stream and like it wasn't even coming up with like a green circle around me when I was talking. I was like, oh, something's gone wrong.
Sorry, I didn't know that was happening.
That's not your guys' fault. You guys are having a great conversation.
Yeah.
As I expressed earlier, I have a soft spot for the Imperial Guard, and that's
nice. Flynn, what did you think about the Vespid?
I like the fact they were coming back because it had been on like the rumor engine for so long, like, oh, Vespers are coming, and it's giving me hope for something else. But I part of me still likes the old metal ones, but I do like these ones as well. These ones feel a lot more fluid, that they would be able to flow, where the other ones felt a bit more bulky. I think that's maybe because they were in the metal.
Yep.
But I think I know we've had this chat in Discord about like, oh, they missed a trick by using clear plastic for the wings.
Oh yeah.
I think that I can see
Well, I don't know.
the
I
idea,
don't know how
but then
we
again,
felt about that. It'd be hard to paint.
it's not that it'd be hard to paint. I think just leaving them clear would have been okay, but I think having them as plastic where you could potentially be able to do like butterfly wings, moth wings, those sort of different texturing to the wings
I'm going to go
really
out on a
does
limb, and I'm going
help.
to say the Games Workshop didn't do them in clear plastic because it's way harder to do than normal plastic, or it would need another sprue, and they're like, no, we're not putting another sprue in.
The second option, I think it would have been,
Yeah.
Because they've got everything set up of industry of, obviously I don't know the whole industry, but I mean, this sprue is done in this way. We don't have to spend time, money doing a little bit of one team that might not be sold as much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If it was a Space Marine, they would have given them clear wings, but it's not.
That has a couple of things to say about them. Dundas Minis says the Vespits are gorgeous, and he wants more tower auxiliaries. James Milner says would be cool to get one more Vespit unit that is brand new, but otherwise the tower release this year has been great. And Kid Bosch says they made the heads work much better. Somehow something just didn't feel right on the old ones.
Yeah, they were too like big and chonky and weird, and they had like teeth or something. It was weird. I don't know.
I like the legs on this one better.
Yeah.
And Kibosh goes on and says it was like if Elder heads filled with whole helmets.
What?
The old heads,
the pointy head, the cone head helmets.
Yeah, it's
right.
Like the
If they had heads that filled the whole thing, that weren't not just like a normal human head with like above.
And James Moon says, apart from the hounds, I prefer the old ones.
Apart from the okay. The Tau release, everything was good except for the hounds. Yeah, I don't prefer the old ones. I actually prefer those third-party ones that someone made. Very good. They were exceptional.
I kind of like the corn hounds. I started to converting, but never got finished.
Oh, I want to do that too. I've got them, and I wanted to convert them to crude hounds. Both do it.
Yeah, I need to finish them. But crude Toba has always been swamped for me the last 2 years.
I'm supposed to be a crude guy. Sorry?
I still clear of crude Toberfest.
Gotta get back to that. Anyway, all right. Vespid. Good. Let's move on. We gotta get to Flynn's quiz. Blah, 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 blah. What? Oh, the second son, Hermiatus. The cool, weird AdMech Gene Stealer cult guy with the awesome familiar, who I swore I was going to buy at least one, maybe two of. Never did. That was me controlling myself and being like, do I really need this miniature? No, I don't think I do. Which I'm proud of myself for. But I thought about buying him. It was mostly just to get his cool familiar, though. Anybody else?
Oh, that one. Guy? Okay. You've got the two of them. Yeah, okay. I haven't gotten them yet.
What?
I don't know, because there's another Gene Stealer cult afterwards. No, I haven't got the Necromunda guys just yet. but they are on my list of things to get alongside when I get coins from Games Workshop. So I go into the store and I do a direct order only, just so I spend enough money to get the coins because you can't get these third party.
Right. Okay. I didn't think about that. So
Nick,
you
can
you
you-
like spread out your Games Workshop purchases to get coins.
By the way, Nick, I think
Can you center the thing a little?
Yeah.
What? Oh, sorry.
It's off to
Shifting is
the.
off to the left.
Oh, what the heck? How'd that happen? Hold on. Thanks. There we go. What? How did
And
you
this
do that?
one entirely passed me by, so it's the first time I see it.
Okay.
What?
This model passed
Okay.
you by?
Wait.
Yeah.
Kajan, what do you think of seeing these now for the first time?
I like it. I mean, I like generally tech priests. I'm not a fan of the flashy mechandroids. That's not something I like, but the rest looks great.
Cool.
So you don't know anything about this guy's backstory?
No, don't know anything. So
I definitely say I'll read the article because it does give a bit more information about Hive Secundus and everything, and it will give a little bit of information of why he has fleshy mechanendrites.
I
it's
might like it.
definitely do that. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, cool. Any other stuff? Oh, and then there was like, oh, here we go. We got all these boys. We got the Malstrain Coalescence, which was I thought this was really cool and that I was going to buy one. I think I would have definitely bought one if it was plastic. Forge World, I'm like, okay, great, but I did not get one, which is probably fine. And then also I was really excited that they were going to give us a Patriarch. This is the Malstrain Alpha. I don't like this model. And then we had, who showed it to us? Did you have it, Flynn? Did you show it to us? No, it was Darth Bob. Shane had it. Voices on silent. He bought one and he was showing us the miniature. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get that miniature. I don't know if I like it. And then he showed us like the miniature and how it goes together. And I was like, no, I definitely do not like this miniature. And I'm very glad I did not get it. The assembly is very odd.
I'm still going to get one for myself just because I do.
You mean for the museum?
Yes, for the museum. Even though it's a Gene Stealer cult, it's still a Tyranid because it is.
Gene Stealer.
Oh, speaking of the museum, one thing I want to say, I've managed to secure myself one of the new McFarlane Yamargle Gene Stealers. Turns out it was a Target exclusive only. That's why I wasn't able to find it hardly anywhere.
Oh.
So I managed to secure one. It's coming. It's not going to get it for Christmas, but we'll get it by the New Year.
I don't even
But
know
I'm just
what
like,
it is.
finally
I
got
don't
one.
even remember what.
It's basically the Yamargle Gene Stealer, but it's painted already in the actual Leviathan colors. I'm like, okay, I've got it. I don't care. I've managed to get one.
Okay.
But yeah, with the
For those who don't
one.
know, Flynnhammer has an unofficial, official Gene's Tyranid. Wants to have every Tyranid model that's ever.
Which I do, except for one.
What?
Well, there is 3 definitely. They're all unreleased miniatures. So I've got every released miniature.
Yeah. You got one unreleased miniature. You got the Protonid.
Yeah. So do you.
So do I, thanks to you. Oh, is it like the Lictor that you need? That weird Lictor?
The Lictor I need. There's the Inquisitor scale Gene Stealer, which was the unreleased version.
Oh, the ugly. That one's even uglier than the real one, right? I think we saw that on a stream, and I was like,
yeah, it is. It's not a pretty one. It's not pretty. And then there's the Armor Cast / Epic Cast period of time Trigon, which there's like.
I think there's only one of those, isn't there? 2?
4 maximum. I know. Me and Voices on Silent have spoken about it because they've got some of the ones I'm after, namely the Lictor. But there's one guy who got it and then passed away, and no one knows what's happened to it. And there's another one. There's at least 2, but yeah, it's a mystery of where it is.
It's dead.
It's interesting, but it's a mystery.
It's gone.
Yeah,
it passed away. It got thrown out with all their miniatures. And it's a sad day.
Speaking of being thrown away, do you want to go to the next one?
Wait, what is this? Wait. I got some Blood Angels. Throw it away. What are we?
Keep going down that
Oh,
page.
there we go. Throw it in the bin.
Throw it in the
Yeah.
bin. It was a box at prison. Throw it away.
Gene Stealer Cult Benefactus. I don't like this model. I don't think it's very good. The staff is good. The legs are maybe salvageable. The head is atrocious. The arms are blah, whatever. Although I was in my friendly local gaming store and I was looking at the box that this was locked in, and I was actually interested in all the rest of the box. I'm like, fight hybrids. I love those. I could use those. Aberrants. I absolutely love those. I could use those. There was 2 rock grinders in there. I don't really have use for 2 rock grinders. And then there was there something else?
This guy.
I don't know. Oh, there was
I think
Abominant or whatever, the big guy. Yeah, like there was a lot of cool stuff in there. And then this thing. I'm like, I have no interest in it. It is terrible.
Okay.
And I showed you how to sculpt brains yourself in my how to sculpt brains tutorial. So you don't need
I
this.
think that came out just about the same time
Yeah,
that
baby.
model was
Oh, yeah.
initially released. That was the Fire and Faith link, which didn't work.
That was the what?
The link that just went to the normal website.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
That one.
Yeah, because they,
I've got an idea.
released the Gene Stealer Cult Codex this year. I did not buy it. And this was the one model that came out with the Gene Stealer Cult Codex. It was not good.
Yeah, I've got an idea of how to make this model look a little bit better.
Throw it in a bin?
No, not really. It's basically, there was one of the Necron characters which has like this scarab underneath him that sort of connects into him. Weirdness. Looks like he's running on top of like a floating scarab.
Who's Necromunda?
No, Necrons.
Necron. Oh, yeah.
And I've got basically, you can use the spine that comes out of that bit, connects it into the brain to keep it holding it up, and have the guy standing on that bit, so it has like a whole brain support thing.
Interesting.
Make it a little bit of like a whole okay. It makes him look a little bit cooler
More
than
like
he
a
actually
coalescence?
is. Yeah, that is like the brain is too heavy to support,
Yeah.
so it built something to hold it up.
That might be cool.
Yeah. But we've only got 2 left now after this one. But Kashan, what did you think of this guy?
Say about this guy?
I have nothing positive to say about this guy.
Neither do I.
Actually, the more I look at it, the more his frontal plates on his head bother me to no end.
I like
Because
this
Such
they would be
slapped on afterthought nonsense.
not just slapped on afterwards. Look how they fit together. You have the 4 from his forehead going up, and then you have one going over them. So the points of those 2 of 2 of these plates would constantly connect with each other, and whenever he turns his head, he would be running into the one of the spikes. And I'm sorry. I know I'm a stickler for this stuff. But,
You call me a snob, but this thing is badly sculpted. Like it is like nailed in. Like someone's first project. I don't know.
I need to go to chat for some of the comments for this. So, okay. But what I want to say is I do like the icon. The icon works really well.
Yeah, it's great.
And
really,
goes, I do like how much he looks like the Gene Stealer icon.
Yeah, that was about the mass strain.
Without the massive arm in the way. Tom Wilson says meatball head.
Oh man. Yeah.
Rippled lampshade. I do like that name. Says the brain looks like chewed up gum.
Yep. Absolutely.
Radon says the Benefactus is a neat idea, but the execution is meh.
Yep, agreed.
Tom Wilson, oh god, this piece of shit was a 40k model, not a mouse train.
No, the mouse train actually were somewhat respectable compared to this. I would rather have 3 of those alphas over this thing.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about the mouse train that was meant to be a Spore Mine mouse train. the coalescent one, or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Vermis goes, "No,
Vermis!
sir,
Hey,
I
buddy,
don't
didn't know you were
like it."
here. Sorry, what was that from?
Vermis goes, "No, sir, I don't like it. He looks like a 3D Squeltron from Simmling Friends." Yes, I give people funny voices,
Squeltron.
but yeah, it's just like Squelton from Simmling Friends. I didn't even know what that means.
Look it up.
And James Milner does go, controversially, I actually like this model. I actually love everything apart from the head, which is arguably the main part of the model.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
love
agree
everything
with
with the head
him.
too, buddy.
The head is the draw point, which ruins it. That's the
I-
problem the model has.
I don't understand what's the obsession with Megamind heads lately.
Yeah, well, that
You
other one that
force-
they did for Necromunda was actually
Yeah,
really
Necromunda.
good. That was a great
Yeah,
model.
I still want that Black Mamba upgrade kit, but
what?
it's a Megamind reference. He has a black outfit that he calls the Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have this one, and all the new units have big exposed brains. So I'm not understanding what's the sudden.
It's to show you they're psychic. You know they're psychic because they have a giant brain.
Okay.
I think it was, let's have something that fills the gap. That as a Gene Stealer cult, we have to have it as a character model, not just your general model. And here we go. Here's a Psycho model. So I think it was sort of like, I'm just wanting to make sure we get onto at least the last.
Okay, we've had enough time
Xenos.
slagging this. Get out of here. That was good entry though, Flynn. With the throw it in the bin. Are we saying that? Are we saying that Ratlings are Xenos?
There's something else with the Ratlings.
Oh, what? No, this is. Is there a new model in there? Is there a new model with the Necrons? That dude?
No, it wasn't just that. Keep going.
Oh wait, keep going. Oh, sorry. Okay. We got Tau. There's no new models there. Inner Circle. Nope.
Keep going. It's further down the page.
Nope. Oh, Nurgle. Oh man, Nurgle. Oh, this is the one I should
just
have
go
bought.
down the
I should have bought this
wait,
box. Good thing I didn't.
Oh wait. This was the Xmas Battle Force sets. This one.
Are these the Xmas ones?
These are the Xmas Battle Forces.
Oh, I really need to not
more...
buy that Nurgle box. Oh, it's making me weak in the knees.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this one was more. There was a lot more Xenos this year than in previous other years, and that's kind of why I wanted to show it off.
Oh, okay. That's where you were going with this.
Last year it was. Sometimes I have to remember it, but last year I think it was just the Tyrannid one, and then it was just like there was Space Marines and Chaos, and I think it was just World Bearers, and that was it. I can't fully remember what it was, but this year there was half of it was Xenos, which I think was
because
pretty
there was a Necron box and there was a Tau box.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for noting that for us. Yay, more Xenos.
Dom just made a great joke about the Rattling model. He said the sausage is Xenos.
Sausage and Xenos?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think that's the worst joke that we've had tonight.
I like it. No, I like it. Okay, and then we got more Rattlings that might be Xenos, but then we have definite Xenos orcs. I don't really understand these orcs. They're like for busting through things.
Yeah, tank busters.
They're fine.
So no, they are tank busters.
Oh, is that a true type?
BUSTAS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, they always been a thing.
Okay,
so there was like looters
and
and tank busters, and it's the tank busters. You've got a bomb squig, and squigs are originally Tyrannids.
2 bomb squigs. That's cool. I like the guy with the mallet the most. Okay, is that it? Oh, and then with the Vespids, and then a bunch of other Kill Team releases.
That was it. Well, that was because I don't even know what it was, but this was just for the orcs. Okay. This one.
Thanks. Next, well, why do we have Battle for McCraig again? Go away.
We don't.
Wait, I did these in the wrong order. Okay, so we've already done all these.
You opened them first and missed some of them. That's why.
Okay, well. Oh, we made it! Yay!
Yay!
Okay.
for anyone actually watching, yes, Eldar were previewed this year with the new ones for the new Dire Avengers, Warp Spiders, Fire Dragons.
Wait, is that in this spreadsheet? Oh, it is. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yep, it's the last one. I'm just
Bear
trying to
with.
remember what the last one is off the top of my head. I cannot
Bear
remember
with.
it. I know it is
As
there.
I dox myself maybe here. Hopefully I'm not doxing myself.
Fire Dragons. Okay, but we have Fueguin, we have Azurman, we have the new Warp Spider lady, which I cannot remember her name because she hasn't had a model before. Ooh, okay, we're getting all the fancy stuff now on.
We have Inception of
Yeah,
of
okay.
your
I'm back. Don't worry.
It's behind the curtain. There's the
back.
wizard behind the curtain.
We're back. We're back.
We've got all of those. I know there is I know it wasn't just 3 and 3. I think, or if it was 3 and 3, I don't know why I'm thinking of extra stuff. But we've got those previewed as well for the Eldar stuff.
Yeah, so this stuff hasn't come out yet. Technically in 2024, but we saw it.
Yeah. Which, oh my god, I've already put down on a list of things to get. Because I want to have a proper Court of the Phoenix King.
Really? God, you're extra.
Well, I already have Jane Czar and the new...
Isn't it Court of the Young King? I think it's called Court of the Young King.
I don't know. I know
so
it's
for
a
anyone
Court
who
of some
doesn't know,
king.
who isn't an Eldar nerd, a closeted Eldar nerd like me, the Court of the Young King is to summon the Avatar of Cain. You're supposed to send... Isn't the thing you're supposed to send an Exarch from each aspect shrine?
I don't know if it's an aspect or if it's an Exarch or it's actually the Phoenix.
Anyway, there's like a sacrifice thing. You got to send some folks down to the King
shrine leader of I think it's the Exarch. They meet as a group, and one of them is selected as sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what happened is that there was an I think it was an apocalypse formation called the Court of the Young King, where it was the Avatar of Cain and all of the Phoenix Lords in one army.
Yeah, it was a cool thing.
That's what Flynn's gunning for now that we have 3 new Phoenix Lords coming out. Baharoth, Fueguin. Oh wait, no, also Asuran. What's his name? Azurman
is for the Dire Avengers. Barahoth was the Sweeping Hawks, who I couldn't remember.
Yeah, and then I think her name is like Silk or something. They like did a play on Silk.
That's the Warp Spider one.
It's Silk, like spelt. No, it's like Lycus. Her name is Lycus.
Yeah,
but I think they took Silk and messed with it, and that's how they got her name. But that's cool. It's really friggin' cool that they're releasing 3 Phoenix Lords. That they're releasing a new Phoenix Lord for the Warp Spiders. She's good. I mean, part of her model I don't love. I think that the Swooping Hawks are really boring. I think they're the most... I think they're fine. Like, they're what they need to be. But I think they're the most boring, just, like, HD version of the old models. The Fire Dragons are fine. Like, they're good. They look good.
Oh, yeah.
I like their Exarch. I am really sad that they didn't redo Dire Avengers, because the old Dire Avenger models are a little rough.
I think they... Didn't they? I thought they did.
No, they're old and plastic. They're very old. They came out like when the Guardians came out.
I also think we had some. I saw some Dire Avenger box or something.
Yeah, I honestly thought they did as part of the reveal for it. They showed off the new.
No, they're not here. They have them up there. If you look in the back of this picture, you got Azurman, whatever the heck his name is, and you got the Dire Avengers beside him, and those are the old Dire Avengers. Look at their giant shuriken catapults.
But they were always giant anyway. I'm just quickly.
Yeah, they're the ugly old ones.
Scrubbing through the video because I know the video.
I think they probably painted some old Dire Avengers like new, and we're like, hey, look, Dire Avengers.
I could have sworn there was.
I thought they were.
A 5 miniature box set with new ones.
Or at least
not new.
I thought they did. I thought I saw something about new. If it's not, like, no, they do look very similar to the old. But you did say that about a lot of the other Eldar stuff. But I'm kind of more glad they did give a new Zoman model because that model was old.
Yeah.
All right.
So here you go. Here's your Dire Avengers. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to enhance. Just to show you how bad this kit is. You ready? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm looking at that bit, and I'm also going to somewhere specifically for this. But
okay,
anyway,
this probably leads us into our next thing, right, Flynn? But
it does. It very much
look
does.
At that head. One of these things is not like the other. Look at the eyes on that Exarch head.
All right, hang on.
There's like mold slip happening right here in front of us, and they're just like, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, on that note, Flynnhammer, take us to a quiz. Are you going to stream?
Okay, so...
Is there a visual?
No, I don't need to stream anything. Because this is a knowledge quiz.
Oh god, you're telling me I should have done my homework.
Oh no, this is a fun bit. Chat, you can take part as well.
Yay, chat.
So, this is the fun bit, is because chat is delayed, this is where it gets a bit fun, but I have gone through every single current 40k army, and in honor of the Elder finally getting updates to their models, every question is worth 2 points, and the questions are: what is the oldest or one of the oldest models still currently on sale on the Games Workshop website for each faction? And I'm going to go through it with the way I've ordered this, so people will be able to say like what order I've done it in. And so you get a point for the year that it originally came out.
Oh, no one's going to know the year.
Okay, I just wanted to say I'm going to get 0 points.
No, and you get a point as well for one of the unit names. Now, there are several, but the reason why I'm saying one of them, there are, for some armies, there are, some of them have only one model.
Let's just go.
Some have
we gotta
several.
get moving. Okay, how I want to do this, Flynn, is you're going to say the name of a faction, and then we're going to guess.
Yeah. So
go
Imperial
one by one
Guard.
like that, okay? Sound good?
Yeah. So we're gonna go Imperial Guard.
Imperial Guard. Kajan, think about it. Okay, so I'm gonna give the chat. Let's give the chat like a beat. Okay, Imperial Guard chat. Do not go and look this up. You gotta pull it out of your butt, because we're pulling it out of our butts. And see if you can think. Like just spam it in the chat. Like, what do you think is the oldest Imperial Guard model still for sale? This is gonna be a Finecast one that I forgot about. No. Oh shit. You're gonna beat Kajan?
I mean,
I'm gonna give 10 seconds. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give 10 seconds per each answer. And what then happens is I will then say the next one.
Chat is already doing it, so let's go. Kajan.
Okay, I'm going with the Tech Priest engines here.
Okay.
Oh, so, good one, Kajan. I was gonna go.
You may want to write them down. I'm saying I'm gonna go for each one. I'm going to go for each one so we can get through time. So the next one is Space Marines.
No, Flynn. We're going to do one. No, we're going to do one at a time because the chat needs to put their stuff in. And it's going to be a mess. So we're going to do Imperial Guard first. Okay, so Kajan said the Tech Priest engine seer. Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with...
What is your guess?
I'm going to go with... Okay, you're going to pretend that this is new. I'm going to go with the Lehman Russ.
Okay, and years by any chance or no years?
No idea.
We can leave years out. I will give years in the answer.
I don't care about years.
Okay, so neither of you two are right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 correct answers in the chat by Dom Dasmini, Rippled Lampshade, James Milkshire, and Tom Wilson with Catachans. They are from 1999.
Wait, the Catachans are still on sale?
They are still on sale.
Wow.
I know.
Wait, the engine
ridiculous.
seer isn't on sale?
The engine seer is younger.
Okay.
Because the thing with the Lehman Russ is they recut the sprue, they added some shit, but it's the same sculpt. Like the actual chassis is the same sculpt.
The Catachans are older.
No, I don't think so, man.
I will give the website after this that you can actually have a look.
Is this stuff
That's
legends?
why I don't want to give that website earlier.
My first thought was some Talon unit, but then I remembered they removed the Talon. So
Yeah, it's not available anymore. That's why I did a full-on thing for this just to make sure. Now the next one is Space Marines.
Oh, it's going to be some stupid character that I can't remember.
Probably some tactical Marines, the old ones. They're probably still on sale. I have no idea. I don't know.
Remember, there are points available for the year.
We don't care. I don't know about the year. Wait.
from the
So you said
90s.
tactical marines, right, Kajan?
Going tactical Marines, something from 95, 90, 94, 95, so something around that.
I don't know. It's going to be like the master of the Basilica or something. One of those weird character things.
Oh, James, yeah.
James got
Some
it?
tank. That's probably some tank.
Oh, James! I'm going to give the answer now, but James, you were very close with saying a tank, but it's not the Rhino. It's the Land Raider.
Oh
That
my
came
god,
out in the
the
year
Land Raider. It
2000.
came out before the new Rhino, didn't it?
Yeah,
Land Raider in the year 2000, and also the Tactical Marines, even like the ones that were out at 4th edition were already after that Land Raider. And those
Yeah.
ones that came out 4th don't even exist anymore. They got
Well,
another resculpt. Okay,
when I saw his answer, I was like, "Oh right, it's not just miniatures; it's also the vehicles.
And Dom, I know the Dark Angels one you were thinking of, and that's Ezekiel. And no, it was not Ezekiel. So the next one is Dark Eldar. Actually, it's not, but I'm going with Dark Eldar, and
Wait.
I'll come back in a second.
I got this.
So you have a number of different options for
I
this.
got this. It's the Beast Master and it's like all those beast things. They're all from the same Finecast release.
Remember, it's still on sale today. Remember, it's got to still be on sale
Aren't the
today.
beasts on sale?
That's why I'm saying these words. It still has to be on sale.
I don't know what's on sale for Dark Eldar.
So, would you care to change your option?
What's the battle barge called? The
Raider.
Raider, yeah. I'm going with the Raider.
No,
So
it
you're
was
locking in
updated when they
Raider,
updated the
Nick?
Warriors.
Oh, okay.
Nick, what are you locking in?
Hold on. They updated the witches when they updated the Warriors. They plasticized. Wait, is it the grotesque?
Is that what you're locking in?
Yeah, I think they're all of a similar Finecast generation.
Would you also like to lock in a year?
No.
Okay. Kajam, would you like to lock in a year?
98.
Okay. So neither of you are correct with the year. The year is 2010.
Okay.
I didn't say a year.
Options. You didn't lock in a year, so there's no options, no correct option if you didn't lock one in. So the options are Cabalite Warriors,
Really?
Scourges, Hellions, Wychers, Incubi, the Venom.
No, not the Incubi. They updated those.
No,
Yeah.
they are still the same.
No,
They
what?
upgraded the leader.
No, they're plastic,
not
man.
the actual.
Stop.
Yeah, that's when the plastic ones came out.
No, Flynnhammer. The Incubi came out 2 to 3 years ago when Jane's Arc came out. The plastic Incubi came out then. Okay, I'm getting worried about where you're getting your information because the Incubi are new.
Hang on, I'm going to get the website for it. But on the rest of this list are the Raider / Ravager. So, Kazan, you have a point.
Oh,
The
okay.
Talos / Kronos.
Oh, so
And
this was
the
the new
Rax.
wave. Nothing survived from the
Yeah.
old wave. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So I had it somewhere. Hang on. Let me just go to it, and I will.
Good work, Kajan. I didn't think you were going to get that.
Okay,
I wasn't sure, but it's one of the models that I can best remember them for that hasn't changed.
Hang on, I might have got Incubi wrong.
I was trying to be tricksy.
If
I thought
have...
that there were like Finecast models that
Oh no,
preceded
okay.
the Raider, but no.
I assumed it was the radar or the jet
Warriors?
bikes. Their jet bikes.
Oh, yeah, the new ones.
Nick, you are correct. The incubi are wrong. I
That's
missed
right,
them
and I
when I
deserve
was
a point
actually
for
looking
that.
at it. You can have half a point
That's right. I'll take it.
for argument's
Wait, we
sake.
gotta be going through the chat.
So, I'm letting chat keep their own points, to be honest, because this does take a bit of time to work through. But I did see a few different correct answers.
Rip Lampshade said everything. I think he's
which
right.
I will not. No, that doesn't count.
Except, no. Listen,
Because-
listen. As a Dark Eldar player, the only new models are Drazar, Master of Blades, the Incubi. Wait, give me a second. I think
Nick,
the
I'm
Hellions
gonna
came
stop
out
you there.
sooner.
Because these are the oldest models still available.
No, but
It's not what's still new.
Rip Lampshade said everything in the Dark Eldar line is the oldest. Almost everything in the Dark Eldar line is from that wave you're describing.
Yes, but people have actually given specific answers, and I want to reward those who have given specific answers.
Rip Lampshade,
such
I
as-
specifically give you 3 points because that was hilarious.
But Tom Does Minute gives the Ravager, and James Milner gives the Whitechers, and also Tom Wilson does say can't
So
improve
they're
on
pronounced
perfection.
witches, just like the one with the pointy hat.
I know. I can't pronounce words right now. And Tom Wilson says Cavalite Warriors again because they're scrubbed and a tone. And Dom Does Minute says, oh, whatever the big boat is, they're given some of the right answers. Now, Eldar, if you do not get this answer, I will be
It's the Viper.
disappointed.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that so loud.
Still, no, I'm saying still available for sale.
The Viper's not available for sale?
I'm not trying to dissuade you from that answer.
Okay,
I'm trying to say, open up
everyone
your
place your
mind to
bets. I shouldn't
other-
have said that so quickly. I should have given some people some time. I am
I'm
betting
saying-
on the Viper jet bike, followed by the Falcon.
Are you sure?
Yes. Oh,
I
wait,
am
is this some
saying this to
technicality?
give you-
Because technically you can still get the warp spiders in Finecast? Is that some trash?
Maybe. I'm trying to help.
I'm going with the Wave Serpent.
No, the Wave Serpent's the newer one. They came out with the Falcon first.
Yes.
Any years from anybody?
The Falcon came out when I was getting into 40k, so it's going to be 90.
Okay, I thought it was dual kit with the, but
Now
doesn't matter.
it might be now, but it's the same. Well, I don't know. What do you, if you're playing this silly buggers game with like the friggin' Lehman Russ? When I got into 40k in like 96, 97, they had an article about how the Falcon was the newest, hottest shit, and the Viper was already released. So I'm going to say the Viper came out in 95.
Yeah.
Kazan, do you want to give a year?
I would also go 94 or something like that.
Yeah, Kazan gets a point with 94.
Wow, it came out in 94?
94, but you're going to hate me, Nick. Warp Spiders, they are still available, and I did check
Trash.
this week.
Trash. This game's rigged. I'm done.
I did check this
Trash.
week. That was the thing. I want to make sure. And do you know what's so bad, Nick? If the Warp Spiders were no longer available, and Karandras was also no longer available, it would have been the Viper and the Falcon by a year or 3, because they were 97, 98. Anywho, let's go on to the next one, which is, and you guys should get this. There is 2 different answers I'm going to be able to accept for this, as in there's a Forge World answer and there is not a Forge World answer, and it is the Tyrannid.
Forge
I
World.
totally missed that. What was that?
So the next category is Tyrannids. Now, I'm going to let you have, there is a plastic answer and there is a resin answer.
Artifacts. Is the Red Terror still available?
Red Terror is no longer available.
You know what, Flynnhammer? We've had this fucking conversation before. It's the Warriors. That's the same sculpt. They recut the sprue. It's the Warriors. They're older than the Carnifex. It's the exact same Jess Goodwin sculpt from the very beginning. They added the Prime. It's the Tyrannid Warriors.
Yes, but Nick, you argue against the Quizmaster. My
Yeah,
answer is
and you were
final.
wrong about Dark Eldar, weren't you, Flynnhammer?
I was right about everything else except I missed that one line. I am saying it's the sculpt of kit is released. While they may look exact, they are not the same kit. It's not the same sprues.
Okay,
So
that's
do
the
you want to
Carnifex.
stick with Warriors? Anyone in chat who
No,
gets
Rip
the oldest
Lampshade,
answer
I
is
am
bonus
not
points.
counting the updated bits for the Warriors. This is some bullshit. Red Evans, the question is, what is the oldest Tyranid kit still for sale on the Games Workshop website? Oldest resin kit and oldest plastic kit. Oh, Dom does minis, agrees with me.
I'm honestly not entirely sure if I want to go with the Carnifex or the Ravener.
Oh, the Raven. Oh, I think the Raveners were after the Carnifex.
Yeah, I don't remember which one came first.
It's the
So
Carnifex.
I'm 50-50. Probably, yeah, I'm probably sticking to the Carnifex. But I just think about those atrociously thick scything talons on the Ravener, and that's such an old thing. But
Would you like
anyway,
to give a year as well, or not?
The Carnifex came out in 2000 and 2004.
Pajan, are you saying 2007?
Yeah, I'm sticking with 2007. I
Need
think
to-
it's way too. It was fourth. That is way in fourth edition and should
Yes, it
should
was
have
fourth edition.
coming out in third edition. So
Nick
I'm
is
off
a year
this one.
early.
Came out in 2005?
2005 was when the Carnifex came out, alongside the Hierophant. They are two still available units. However,
Oh, are you counting? You're counting
You are getting
Forge World? You're playing silly
The
buggers.
Hierophant is no longer a Forge World model. It's
no, that's why I said
it's on
you are
the
still getting
official.
points. You are still getting
Someone
points
is
for the
playing silly
Carnifex.
buggers.
That's why I did give with the Tyranids. I wanted to give you guys. You've got two different options for this because there is a Forge World unit that is still available, that is older than the Carnifex, but you are getting points for the Carnifex. The oldest Tyranid unit that is still available is the Harridan from 2002, but you are still getting points for the Carnifex because that is still the oldest Tyranid unit still available in the same design that was released in.
Okay.
I didn't
Now-
even think of the Harridan.
Neither did
and-
I didn't think about that at all. I'm like, what's in pewter? What's in resin? We got rid of all of it when we did the new refresh.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to give. That's why I was giving for the Tyranids the extra point. Now for the Tau,
Oh shit.
there's
Hmm,
1, 2, 3, 4 different options for
Crisis
this,
suit.
and
Okay. I have absolutely
and
no
the Fire
idea
Warriors.
about how.
actually wait, no, it's 3 options for Tau. Sorry, I read
Devilfish,
it all.
Devilfish, Fire Warriors, and Crisis Suit.
Scout drones.
Oh.
Ooh, actually, let me
Gun
double
drones?
check.
Are they called scout drones? The tactical drones. They had a kit for them, like
They have a kit? I thought they came with other
just a
kits.
drone with a gun below it.
Oh, that just does feel technical. I like technicalities. And I am going to give you both the point, even though it's because of technicalities, I'm giving you the point. So, shield drones, I will give the point for because they are still part of one of the kits that is still available. The crisis suit, I will give the point for because you guys don't play Tau, and to be honest, apart from Tau players, no one knows the definitions of between the different distinctions of crisis. So I'm giving the points. The only ones I would have actually said you definitely need to get the points for is if you said one of the ships. And there's 2 ships. The
I said the
Hammerhead,
Devilfish.
Skyrake. Yeah. Devilfish is not. It's the Hammerhead and the Skyray gunship.
No, the Skyray came out later, man. That was when they did their whole stupid flyer thing. That was like a mod. You're not good at this, dude. The Skyray was a
What?
later addition. The Devilfish was in the first release.
Have I copied the wrong line? Well, Devilfish is still there. I don't think Devilfish is still on the website, but Hammerhead still is. Anyway,
They
you've
don't
got a
sell the
point. Anyway,
Devilfish on Games Workshop's website. That's the primary transport for Tau.
don't think it still is. I know I originally came up with this several weeks back.
Boom. $75 US. Read them and eat.
Is it still there?
Yes.
Wow. I missed it. Oh,
Wow.
is there?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That 75
wow.
views.
Oh, wow. Look, it's a Devilfish. Wow.
Wow.
I remember because it came out and it was this weird thing where it's like, yeah, you can have Pathfinders, but you have to buy Devilfish for them because they never go anywhere without the Devilfish.
Oh, I didn't give the year. Do you guys want to have a quick guess of the year?
My brother bought
Not
this
really.
box. I know the store where he bought it. I still have the sticker from the box that says Codex Tau inside on one of my cases. 2000 and... Wait, no, I wasn't in university yet. 1990... Wait, no, it was 3rd edition.
I would say 2002. So
Was
just
I in
look
university?
me
I
in
don't
for
know. Maybe it
2002.
was. Hold on.
Nick, do you
Wait.
want to go with 2002 or do you want to have a different year?
I'm doing some mental arithmetic. 3rd edition came out in 98? 2000. 2000. It's from the year 2000.
Oh, you both are 1 year off. It's 2001.
So nobody gets that point.
No one gets that point, but you do both get a point for the models because there were several. Okay, I am going to skip doing years now.
Okay.
But this is the last one that I have got 2 different options for because one is a Forge World unit that is still available. The
Brett,
rest
you're not allowed to look up the ranges,
non-
man. You got to pull it out of your butt. You can't research it. You can't get. You got to guess.
I've already got the list up.
No, Brett's
already
saying
made
sucks
this
them on
list.
my phone, so I can't have a page up to look at the ranges. Oh wait, to look at the miniatures to remember. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's just you can't even look at the miniatures. You've got to think of it. Okay, so orcs.
Oh wait, Tom Wilson's stealth suits came out in pewter first, and then they made a plastic kit.
But it is still kits that are still currently available. That's the whole point of this quiz. What's still currently available that are sold by Games Workshop.
Orcs. Okay, Chad, here's your chance. Orcs. What is the oldest orc kit that you can still buy from Games Workshop? I don't know orcs that well. I don't know if they still have Finecast.
I'm going to say a hint. A YouTuber recently released the video.
Sorry, what's that, Kajan?
Is the squid the big squid for?
I know what you're talking about.
Is that still available? If so, then that's my answer.
Okay, so you're looking in the big squid boy.
Yeah, the Squid Goth, I believe it's called.
Squid Goth, okay.
It's either that or some Death Threat, but I think they updated the Death Threat. Or Stomper, something like that. That's probably it.
So which one are you looking at? You've said you're looking in the Squid.
I'm going with the Squid Goth, the big creature.
Okay,
the big,
Nick, what are you?
Sorry, guys, dealing with Nora stuff.
That's all right. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, are the helicopters still available?
Death Threats. They recently got an upgrade last year in 2023 for some newer Death Threats.
Okay.
So that's
the killer copter. I meant.
Yeah. So, that's they're the helicopters, the Death Copters. The helicopters. Oh, there are some good answers in chat. I don't want to say. I know Nick's sorting out Nora stuff. Okay, I said I want to give a year, but while we wait for Nick, do you want to give a year if you can? And save the chat.
Probably also somewhere around 2000. I would be going 2003? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I'm just guessing. So
So 2000 and which? The 2000?
2003.
2003.
Yeah, I'm just guessing at this point. So.
Okay. I know Nick's still sorting out Nora stuff. I don't like. Okay. I'll let you know what the next one is, so you can have a little bit of a think. It's Necrons.
Wait, don't.
I've got your answers locked in. I'm gonna have a look at some of the chat ones just to see because I think quite a lot of chat has been
Brad
engaged with this one.
has some good suggestions. Yeah.
There are some, so I can see we've got the track and the stomps are pretty ancient.
Weird Boy, is the Weird Boy still a thing? I thought they updated
Weird
them.
Boys.
I gotta go help Nora with something. It's pressing. I'm sorry,
Okay.
but
Okay.
can we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many more
Okay,
categories do we have?
If you need to go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 technically, but we can wrap it
still
up
have
on the
12
orc.
left?
On the orc. We still have 12 factions. Yeah.
Good lord. Okay, we're gonna do this next time. I can't do that.
We'll rack it up on the orcs then. So Nick. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what orcs is. I think it's some Finecast character whose name I can't remember.
Well, you're on the right lines with resin. However, the oldest that is still available is the Forge World Squiggoth, the Gargantuan Squiggoth. So Kazran gets a point.
Okay. I don't think we should be calling it Forge World, but okay. Good work, Kazran.
In 2008, the plastic start from Games Workshop is the Truck, the Orc Boys, the Looters, the Burner Boys, the Weird Boys, and the Tank Busters, because the Tank Busters are still currently...
No. Yeah.
No, the Tank Busters are no longer available. The Tank Busters are out. I hadn't actually amended that one.
Flynn, thank you for putting this together, even though I think that some of these answers are a crock of shit, but, you know, no one can be perfect.
I'm going to link in the stream review bit on the Discord the thing, but also, if you guys have enjoyed the stream, please drop a like, because this does take a bit of time.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to help support Nick, here's his Patreon. Also, if you are in North America, you also have... You can go to Fenris Workshop and use Nick's affiliate link. And there is also a discount code, which is...
I think it's in the chat. It's all in the description. Like, the link to the Patreon, the link to Fenris is all in the description for this video. It's a discount code. It's only good for your first order, so it's 10% off your first order. And if you ever wonder if affiliate links actually do anything, yes. My affiliate link is the only thing that consistently makes money for the channel. Not a ton, but I have been very shocked by how effective that is. So thank you to all of you who use that link, because I can see that you're using it, and that's awesome. And yeah, I really appreciate it. And Fenris is really cool. You can get new Games Workshop models from them in North America. You can get, in Canada. You can get everything else from them in in the States as well. Like, they sell all kinds of hobby tools and stuff. They're going to be sponsoring my sessions at Adepticon, so I'm going to be handing out gifts from Fenris Workshop to participants. So they are amazing. Go check them out if you're in North America. And yeah, thank you all for an amazing 2024. I look forward to a creative and awesome 2025. Flynnhammer, thanks for pulling together all of the releases for this year. It was cool to review them and see just how much came out, because I completely forgot. Chat, I hope you enjoyed it as well. And Flynnhammer, thank you for pulling the quiz together, even though I have questions about some elements of it. I do appreciate it.
Yes, the website I had used to help build it is now in the Discord.
Cool.
So people can go to that website.
All right, awesome. All right, I gotta run. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, Kajan, for jumping on this last minute notice. And thank you, Flynnhammer, for helping to drive the ship for so much of it.
That's all right.
And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon, okay?
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
And happy holidays.
Happy holidays and stuff.